Snap was low and the kick no chance. And this game belongs to Philadelphia as they win at 10-7.
The green and gold stock has continued to decline. We're used to banging the drum with Todd Rundgren, but now we're banging a different drum.
Hey guys, unfortunately I couldn't be less surprised by this performance because I don't think Matt LaFleur is a good coach.
After another loss in a short week to prepare for a rebound, 1265 Lombardi Avenue has become the building that didn't sleep.
Start spreading the news.
A team hungry for a bounce back looks to take a bite out of the Big Apple. And they'll be facing a team with an interim head coach and a firecracker of a third-string quarterback.
Well, I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
Well, many people have started to jump off the Packers championship bandwagon. Isn't this the city where dreams are made of? It's Packers-Giants, Week 11 in the NFL.
This is Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Now broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Gabe Neitzel, ESPN legend John Anderson, and former Packer Brian Bulaga. Here's Alex Stroh.
Away we go, Week 11 in the NFL. The Packers need a bounce back today. Need one today. It's been a weird few weeks. Alex Stroh, Gabe Neitzel, Brian Bulaga, John Anderson with you. It's Green Bay Game Day presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Brian Bulaga, I think, at his son's soccer tournament, enjoying the beautiful outdoors. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. Yes, we're in between games.
Good.
Finals around noon here. So I'm just in the great outdoors, joining you guys and waiting for a final.
So are you a guy who paces during your son's game? Do you have the lawn chair that you put out? Like what are you doing during the game?
So during the game, I stand down by the corner flag. I just stay there. I stay away from the other parents. I don't speak to anyone else. I just stay down by the corner flag. I don't move, and I just stay there. And so there's a lot of soccer is a very interesting sport with the parents. Let's put it that way. There's a lot of noise.
In fairness,
I need more.
I think in fairness, just about every sport is interesting with the parents.
Yeah, there's a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming at Rees, a lot of yelling at telling the kids what to do, and I just like to just stay down by the corner flag and stay out of it. I just like to watch. Do I mumble things to myself? Of course I mumble things to myself.
Yeah, whether
that's certain words that I can't repeat on air. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's to myself though. That's certainly not out loud or to any instructions to the kids because I am not a soccer coach. But I stay to myself and just enjoy the game. That's what I like to do.
So nothing being said to the official in the corner, just to confirm.
No. I don't. Not nothing to the officials. I certainly don't want to be one of those parents that like you'll see on Instagram that like gets kicked out. That like they get caught on film. It's like, look at this clown of a dad get thrown out, and then it goes viral, and then it ends up, oh, look at this Brian Bulaga ends up getting thrown out in a youth soccer game. This is why parents are bad. Like, I just don't want to be that guy, so I just don't say anything.
Good by you.
Rather not me.
Very good. Packers lose again last week, Brian. It's 2 in a row. The offensive line is in shambles. How are you feeling as the Packers get ready for the New York Giants on this Sunday?
Well, I'm going to be honest. Like, this is a big test for them because, like, the Giants' defensive line is really good. I mean, you look at their pass rushers, and then obviously Dexter Lawrence inside is a big presence. I remember going up against him in 2019. I think he was a rookie at that point in New York with LaFleur his first year. He was a problem that year, and he's even a bigger problem now. He's a very good player. Then obviously you look at their pass rushers, Burke, Carter, Thibodeau. Like they're very good at rushing the passer. Like they're a problem, and you see what they've done throughout the year. I get that they've given up fourth quarter leads, right? Like that's kind of been their MO. That's kind of why Daboll's been fired. I understand that, but they've gotten to that. They've gotten those leads for a reason. Right? Like they've gotten those leads for a reason. It's because their defense is able to pressure quarterbacks and stop the run and get them in that position. They've just fallen apart in the fourth quarter. And a big part of that is that defensive line is very good. And offensive line has not been very good the last few weeks. And really, you can go back a little bit after it. They've been struggling in parts of the game for the last 3-4 weeks, I think you could say. And the biggest way to negate a pass rush is to run the football. Mm-hmm. And that's been, and I think I've highlighted that quite a bit. My coworker, really my host, the guy that I love working with day in and day out, Homer, told me once on the show that who cares about running the ball? I had it out with him on that. I think everyone now thinks that doesn't matter. That running the ball does matter. Running the ball does matter. It does matter. I try to tell him that, and he now admits wrong. Running the ball does matter. And this is a day you have to run the ball. You have to be able to run the football against the Giants, because if you're just going to throw the ball 40 times against these pass rushers, you're not going to like it. Like, you're just not going to like the outcome. It's not a good day to throw the ball 40 times, because those guys are just going to pin their ears back and go, and it's not a day you want to do that.
Just a vibe check here on Green Bay Game Day as the Packers have lost 2 in a row. Joining us, John Anderson, Wipeout Sports Center fame. Good morning, John. How are you doing after the Packers lose 2 in a row and get ready for the New York Giants here on Sunday, November 16th? Okay, well, there's my answer. Dave Neitzel, how are you doing?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm doing well as a Packers fan. Like, I just, you can't say that. I mean, the good news is they still have everything in front of them. The problem is trying to figure out in your mind what that looks like. Okay, yes, the last 2 weeks have been incredibly disappointing on the offensive side of the football, but I just don't see. And this is, to Blue's point, it's a great week to run the football. They've been terrible at stopping the run. The Giants, they have the worst yards per carry in the league, 32nd ever, allowing 5.5 yards per game, or 5.5 yards per carry. But I just don't know how this offensive line is suddenly going to get better after being as bad as they've been. And it's really, we're talking kind of more the interior. I think the tackles have been fine. When Zach Tom's been healthy, he's been fine. You know, on the right side, and on the left side, I think you feel pretty good there, too. It's just more about, okay, the interior of that line. Banks hasn't been very good. Right guard's kind of been a revolving door. Hopefully Morgan's getting a little more consistent. And Elton Jenkins was bad at center. That was a miscalculation. They thought he would be able to make the transition, whether he was slow to the transition because he didn't show up for training camp and everything else because he was trying to get his contract figured out. Yeah. You know, that's on the front office. And now he's done for the year. See if Sean Ryan's any better at that center position. But the interior of the line just has not been good enough, and that's translated in the run game. That's translated in the passing game. So that's what makes me nervous is, okay, how is that line going to suddenly get better? Even if what I hope happens in the next couple of weeks, we start to see a Matthew Golden breakout, because he's been somebody who's been criminally underused by this football team, and they need someone to step up in the absence of Tucker Kraft. But to me, it's about that interior three, your 2 guards and your center. I don't know how that's going to get to the point where this team's going to be consistent enough where they're going to be looked at as what we thought they were, and that's one of the best teams in the NFC.
Yet, despite how bad or inconsistent Elton Jenkins was, that loss is going to be difficult to overcome. And the interior 3 specifically is what I'm so interested to see against a not very good New York Giants team. Now, their front 4, good in pass rush, to your point, Gabe, not so good in the run defense, which seems like a good opportunity for Josh Jacobs to get going, something he really hasn't done all year.
Well, we say that every week.
Yeah, right.
Oh, going to be a good opportunity.
Good opportunity.
Good opportunity for Josh to get going. Really good opportunity for Josh to get going. It just hasn't happened. Now, the touchdowns certainly have been there. Right? Like, I mean,
he's a touchdown machine.
He's about the only thing they trust when they get inside the red zone at this point. Turn around and hand it off to old number 8. But he just hasn't gotten going. And that's what I'm worried about. Like, this Giants team is terrible against the run. If you can't run it against them, you're going to have problems the rest of the season. Well, they haven't been able to run it well. I don't know if suddenly like Josh Jacobs is going to go off and have 150 or 60 yards in the game today.
Brian, how do you evaluate the interior line so far this season? Because it's been, well, is rough the right word?
Yeah.
Is rough the right word?
Yeah, I mean, it's.
If you want to be nice.
It's been yeah, I mean, it's been very inconsistent, right? And you've seen it's been inconsistent kind of from week one, right? There's been guys rotating in and out from week one, right? And that's been the way it's kind of been from the start. And then you kind of have the rotation at right guard, right? They started rotating at right guard. It started with Sean Ryan, and then Jordan Morgan mid-season kind of wins a position battle that I didn't really know what was happening, and then he takes over, and then there's a little inconsistency there. Elton, by all means, like, they make that change, right? I mean, if you're going to make the change, you make the change. They do it at the beginning of the season. Good, bad, worse, whatever. It wasn't as smooth as everyone wanted it to be, right? But regardless, you make the change. Now he's gone. He's gone. And it's hard to replace that leadership no matter which way you look, right? Like whether you thought he was underperforming at center or whatever, right? It's hard to replace that now. So you remove that from there. And to me, it's going to be interesting to see with his knowledge of the offense, right? Like this is my biggest concern, right? His knowledge of the offense and him making the IDs and things like that. And who's going to guy now that does that up front? Who knows this scheme and offense and IDs and all the knowledge of this better than him? I mean, Banks has been here for not that long. I get Sean Ryan's been around. Jordan Morgan's in his second year. So interior wise, but Sean Ryan hasn't been playing center for a long time. He's trying to make sure that he just gets the basics right. Who's the guy making sure everything's getting taken up front? That to me is the biggest concern. Now when you remove that, and that directly impacts the interior three, and that's my biggest concern here. And when you have the inconsistencies that they've already had leading up to Elton getting hurt, now you throw that in there and he's gone. Yeah, I mean, and the tackles have been fine from a pass protection standpoint. I mean, they've had their issues at times, right? I mean, no one's been perfect. No one's been perfect. In the run game, they've been fine. Like they've been fine too. Like you look at the run game and the way that the Packers' run game is with Jacobs from the gun, because they're a gun run team majority of the time. The interior three have to do the work. That's their run game. It is a downhill running type scheme that they do with Jacobs from the gun. And if the interior three can't get movement and they can't get to the second level and get push, the run game doesn't really go, right? And that's kind of what we've seen happen. And now you make a big change with Elton being hurt, and now we're going to see how this goes, how it goes. And I'm not saying that Sean Ryan can't do it, but I don't know if he's a center. Really, like that's what I'm getting at here.
Well,
like, I don't know if he's a center.
Yeah. I mean, if we're being honest, Elton's not a center either. I mean, they were already there. Yeah. And like for a guy that does have that knowledge of the offense, Blue, too many times did I see him abandon the middle of like a guy to his right goes unblocked right past him. Mm-hmm. And there's pressure or immediately hitting of Josh Jacobs. So I think there were times where I don't know if he just confused himself or what the deal was, but there were too many times where about a month ago.
Free runners, yeah.
Yeah. About a month ago as well, Adam Stenavich said, hey, there's too often where we're blocking the wrong guys. I just assumed he was talking about Elton. I just did because I think there are times where he's just a little, because it's just a different position. And he had, I mean, how long has he been the left guard? Better part of a decade at this point, right? Like 7-8 years, whatever it was.
Essentially forever.
Yeah. So making that switch, I think it was more difficult than anybody in the coaching staff, anybody in the front office wanted to make it seem. It was a more difficult transition than anybody thought. Because if they thought it was going to be this difficult, I think they would have kept him at left guard and spent money on a center instead of spending the money, because that would have been cheaper than Aaron Banks, who also has not been good.
No, he's not. Inconsistent.
Yeah, theoretically, yeah. I mean, And so when Steno says we're blocking the wrong guy, right? There's a couple ways to look at that, right? Like, and there is one that could be a bad ID by Elton, so he maybe ID'd the wrong guy, or two, the backside of blocks or something of that nature. They're MAing the block, like they're MAing the play, missed assignment, right? They're literally combo blocking to the wrong guy.
Yep.
And I mean that's the only two ways to look at it. That's it. There's no other explanation to it. He's either IDing the wrong guy or they're combo blocking to the wrong linebacker. So like that's it. There's no set. That's about as simple as it gets. So those are your two explanations. Now, do I think Elton is continually IDing the wrong guy? I mean, would it happen maybe once or I just it's hard for me to believe.
Well, and that's part of the problem, though, right, Blue? When we talk about consistency, and I know you've talked about this as an offensive lineman, like the job is incredibly difficult because you can do the job perfectly 59 snaps, but on that 60th snap, somebody gets past you, beats you, blows up the quarterback or the running back for a big play, and suddenly, even though for 90% of the plays you've been great, that one play just kind of throws everything else off.
Yeah, and it looks ugly, and it's a. Believe me, those are the bad ones, especially when it looks like that. But that's the thing. I mean, and that is the biggest challenge of center. It is a mental game. The center is the big. I mean, that's why I was so lucky to play with the Scott Wells and the Corey Linsleys. They were so good at their craft of being mentally on point all the time, like all the time. They were. That's what made them so special at centers. And it's a hard transition to do what Elton did and then go do it at center. So I understand it, but it is what it is now, right? He's out. Like he's out and now Sean Ryan has to take it over. And again, he's been a guard. And now he has to take that mantle over, and it's the same boat. It's not easy. It's not easy to make these IDs, and it's not easy to put your head between your legs and snap the ball as you're lifting your head up and make adjustments on the fly as guys are moving all over the place. And Abdul Carter's lined up, head up on you, and he's slanting to the left, and then Brian Burns is looping around over the top too. Like, it's not going to be easy. Like, and that's just the reality of it. So that's the way this is going to go today. Like, and that's what you have to look out for. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to pick on the center. That's what they are going to do. They are going to pick on the center, and Dexter Lawrence will probably line up over Sean Ryan. And I mean, that's going to be the reality today. And they're going to make him prove that he's ready to go. That will be what happens for sure.
The Packers 5-3-1 after losing back-to-back games to Carolina and Philadelphia at Lambeau Field. Things are going well, clearly. Yeah, this is a good start to Green Bay game day. Hey, Green and Gold fans, it is game day. Kick off your tailgate with Bacardi, whether it's Bacardi and Cola, lime and soda, or a spiced in Cola. Bacardi, your game day go-to. Grab a bottle at your local retailer. Live passionately. Drink responsibly. Bacardi, USA. Miami, Florida, rum 40% alcohol by volume. Well, that's offensive line talk, which I'm sure we're not done having. And also, what we've got to get into next is Gabe's favorite thing. Kicker controversy.
Dear Lord.
Can't wait to talk about that. That's coming up next. It's Green Bay Game Day presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
More Green Bay Game Day coming up on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation. Whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf and Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf and Associates.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Thanksgiving is almost here. What are you bringing to the table? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Pairing the right wine with your Thanksgiving dinner can turn your meal into a celebration. But you don't have to be an expert to find the right wine. That's what our knowledgeable staff is here for. With over 8,000 varieties of wine, Discount Liquor can help you choose between a light, fruity Pinot Grigio, a big, luscious Cabernet, or anything in between, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us today at 51st and Oklahoma in Milwaukee and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com. And from our family to yours, have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Discount liquor.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
or a better diamond
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. And there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Green Bay Game Day is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Packers-Giants coming up at noon. The Packers 5-3-1. The Giants 2-8. And starting Jameis Winston today at quarterback. The Giants also coming off firing their head coach, Brian Daboll, down in New York. So it's really going well for them. But despite 5-3-1, doesn't feel like it's going so well for the Packers either after two losses in a row, as we just had a good 20-minute conversation about, well, the inconsistencies might be the nicest word to put it about the offensive line. My favorite thing this season has been listening to Gabe Neitzel freak out about the kicker. And I imagine it's not going to be a whole lot better right now as Brandon McManus ruled doubtful.
Yesterday.
Sounds like Lucas Haversick will be the kicker for the Packers today. They've rostered 2 kickers all year long. Well, not all year long, but
for the last month or so.
Yeah. But Haversick been a healthy scratch each of the last 3 games.
Pick a kicker. That's all. That is all I am going to say. This is all I'm begging the Green Bay Packers to do. Pick one.
But hold on. It's not happening today.
Pick one at the end of the game.
No.
Pick one.
Well, I agree with you, but they won't.
Then anything that happens because the kickers are in their own heads and trying to force things and trying to, because they're in this kicking competition, then that's on them. That's 100% on them.
Go ahead, Brian.
So this just makes me believe that McManus was never healthy, and they should have put him on IR and just shut him down.
Yep.
I mean, I guess that's my only thought, right? And McManus was obviously he's a veteran guy. He was obviously trying to push it and rush it. And I mean, you saw the way he kicked when he first came off in his first game. It just didn't look right. I mean, I've never seen him come up short on a field goal. Like I don't like that guy doesn't come up short on field goals. I mean, he may miss a field goal, but it doesn't fall short of the field goal of the goal. Like it just doesn't. So like you could tell he wasn't 100%. So for this to come out that it's the quad, it just makes me think that he wasn't 100%. And so I'm not 100% like shocked that this is a report, right? Like I'm not 100% surprised. But are they going to like pick one? I doubt it. I don't think so. Yeah,
Truthfully,
I don't think so.
I mean, look, it's been the same scenario for a month now as McManus deals with this quad injury. Haversick was good in the 2 games he played. He was 10 for 10 total, combined extra points and field goals, including, by the way, like throwing this one out there, the franchise record, 61-yarder in Arizona. But they're not going to pick one. We're going to do this for several more weeks.
Well, no, honestly, that's painfully obvious because as somebody like Jaden Reed is obviously getting closer to returning, so they're going to need a roster spot here in a couple of weeks for Jaden.
Then maybe they make a decision.
No, they don't have to make a decision then because it's obvious that Malik Heath is the odd man out now with everything going on there.
Well, we'll get into that at some point. John Anderson, nothing fires me up quite like a kicker competition in November. How are you feeling about all this?
Well, I feel like Wildy started all this, right? He spoke.
Good point.
Like there's just no question that he sat here a month ago. And what I'd really like for a storyline would be great if we had a kicker competition. Well, we don't just have a competition or a controversy. We just have a giant dumpster fire at the kicker position. I think every week that goes on just reinforces how right I was that just don't play either of them. Go for 2 and just keep going. Like I think honestly, go have the analytics guys chew on that given what has happened. But it's, the hardest part is we thought we had the thing solved, right? And McManus had done a nice job. And I don't know, maybe that's it. Maybe Blue's done this. So like, you got to get on the field, get on the field. But the guy just boots one from 6 and you think, okay, I'm going to lose my job. I got to get out there. I don't think that's an unnatural reaction from guys. But at some point, like every coach says all the time, we make, no matter what position, we're going to do what's best for the team. We're making the decision what's best for the team. We're making the decision what's best for the team. I don't know that they made the decision what's best for the team right here. Because you got this guy rolling. Now, who knows? You stick him in there and we're waiting for Andres Carlson to come back. Or is it Daniel or whichever one we had? All I know is that if you are spending time on your ball club invested in kicker conversation, like that's just not healthy. Like that's a position that shouldn't be talked about. It is a position that is again, I've said it 100 times, Jeff Fiegels, like they shouldn't even get involved in the football game. And so the fact that we're having to talk about this is a sign that a larger sign of how the season has gone. Because even if they were winning, if you were winning and you were 7-1 or whatever it was, you'd be like, boy, that kicker thing's a problem. I hope they get that figured out. But somehow we're fixated like the kicker might be the key part here. If we get the kicker right, the whole thing's going to fall into place. And I'm not really sure that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, this is the beauty of the season that it's been, right? At 5-3-1. We're discussing our first half an hour on Green Bay Game Day, the inconsistencies of the offensive line, and a kicker competition.
Only one of those things should be important.
Correct. The issue is both of them are very important.
We're back when we had Jerry Kramer and the offensive line did the kicking. Like, let's go back to that.
Might as well.
I think Josh Jacobs is as good of a kicker as Paul Hornung was.
We had guys that did. Don Chandler, right? He came off there and hit it once in a while, like he plays. Yeah, whatever.
I hope we don't have to find out. But at this
Dave
point, who
Robinson kicked off for a while in preseason. He ended up in the Hall of Fame. Apparently, there's a lot of guys that could do that.
We're not that far from finding out. Is the fun part about this Packers team? It will be Lucas Havrasek likely today. Go ahead.
But something that is important is the wide receiver position, which looks like it's going to be thin again today. We mentioned the Malik Heath thing, not traveling with the team, so he is out. Really curious to hear what the explanation is for that, but have to wait and see.
Coach's decision is what it's being defined as.
Yeah,
always good. Coach's decision?
What's that?
I said it's like the box score. DNP, coach's decision.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, did not travel, coach's decision. You know, when that happens, usually there's some deeper issues. For example, Jair Alexander did not travel with the Eagles last week. Suddenly, not that, suddenly we're going to see Malik Heath retire on Wednesday. But obviously there was something greater going on there, which is why he didn't travel with the team. But Xavier Williams, who's listed as questionable, just got off the team bus in a walking boot.
Yep. So questionable means walking boot. So that's always good.
So that's how things are going.
We will take a look at the receiver room coming up next on Green Bay Game Day. But first, whether it is a cold Lambeau breeze, a rainy afternoon, or that perfect fall football chill, you want windows that can handle it all. This November, Window Nation puts an end to your window problems. You'll save big, too, with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0% interest for 5 years. Hurry, the sale ends soon. Schedule your free estimate right now. WindowNation.com. That is WindowNation.com. Pass catchers. It spends too much time in my brain the last few weeks since we lost Tucker Kraft in that Carolina game with an ACL tear. We will talk about the pass catchers, including the hell does a coach's decision mean? Talk about that coming up next. It's Green Bay Game Day, presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. ESPN Wisconsin, 620 WTMJ.
We're back with Green Bay Game Day after this on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into nonstop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
This holiday season, spend more time with your loved ones and less time in the kitchen. At Sendik's, we offer full traditional holiday dinners or just the sides. All homemade in stores, then packed in reheatable containers. Choose from a wide selection of gourmet appetizers and signature trays too. Spend less time working and more time with family this holiday season. Reserve your meal today at order.sendix.com. From our family to yours, have a happy and healthy holiday. Sendik's Food Markets, your trusted local grocer.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
A father faces homelessness. A mother is hospitalized, and there's no one to watch their children. La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center is the only free 24/7 crisis nursery in Milwaukee. It's a safe and nurturing place for children aged 0 to 12 to stay while their parents work to regain stability and strength. Your generosity keeps the doors open, so join them at Facts and Familia Trivia Night on November 19th. All proceeds support La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center. Get tickets and learn more at lacausa.org.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
This is Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Green Bay Game Day is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel, John Anderson, Super Bowl champion Brian Balaga with you this morning ahead of Packers-Giants out at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And joining us from there is ESPN NFL Nation reporter Rob Domofsky, the bold, the bald, the beautiful. Rob, good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning, guys. How is everybody today?
I got to be
Rob.
honest, it has not been a good start to this program.
Oh, boy. All right.
Between
let's see if we can turn that thing around.
Between kicking competitions and coaches' decisions and connection issues, we've had ourselves a morning already at 9:37. But let's start with Malik Heath. Didn't travel with the team, Rob, due to a coach's decision. What the hell does that mean, please?
Well, when that happens, there's usually 2 possibilities. One, the person got themselves into some legal trouble, or 2, there was some sort of a misbehavior in the team facility, and I was told that I do not need to check the police blotter. So I guess that leaves us with the second option. And I did notice, and I'm not big on like who retweets what or what's on the internet, and I don't even know if this is 100% real, but someone did say or show a screenshot that Malik Heath liked or reposted a tweet that said of somebody questioning why Bo Melton was on the field and not him at the end of the game. So, I mean, we can start putting, adding up the things, and I think that's maybe where we've landed. Don't know that for sure, but that sure seems to be a strong possibility here.
Fantastic. How about the kicking competition? Because this is such an odd scenario, Rob.
Yeah, well,
competition might not even be the right word.
Right. Well, right. That's exactly what I was saying. LaFleur, first he said it's a competition, then Bisaccia said it's not a competition. Not the first time that the coach and a member of the special teams group has disagreed on language. Remember, Brandon McManus said, my medical dictionary, or my medical thesaurus didn't say that, saying that it was a serious injury and then he missed 2 games. I can tell you that I'm standing outside the locker room right now, and Lucas Haversick was just about one of the first guys out of the locker room about to head out onto the field. So, look, he's kicking today. Doubtful guys don't play in the NFL. Like, that's just if you do, you're setting yourself up for an investigation and what the hell you're doing with the injury report. So I would expect to see Lucas Haversick this week, today, and who knows beyond that. McManus is it's injury related. It's not performance related, apparently. That's where we're at with that. Yeah, that's where we're at. They kick on Friday, so it's Wednesdays and Fridays, so it's very possible that after practice on Friday he didn't feel anything and woke up Saturday and the quad didn't feel right. That's the only way. They're not kicking Saturday before they get on the plane, so that's the only possible explanation for why it was a Saturday edition.
So pairing Malik Heath. Not traveling with the team. Apparently, Savion Williams, according to Matt Schneidman, got off the team bus in a walking boot.
Yeah, I missed that. I got down here a little late, but yeah. But here's the thing about Savion, and the walking boot could mean a couple things, Gabe. It could mean that he's out and this is an injury that is a problem, or it could mean that they just want to take any stress off of him while walking in street shoes, and he's going to play. I think
sounds like a guy that should be playing football. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a long shot, but you never know. I'm not.
So Matthew
totally
Golden's going to play. Is basically
point.
What I'm asking, right? Matthew Golden's going to play.
Yeah, and I mean they didn't. Again, they have 4 receivers on the practice squad. I think if they didn't cut any of them this week, I don't think they did. They didn't elevate anybody. So yeah, I mean I think they're expecting to have Matthew Golden.
At what point do we look at this?
I can tell you this real quick. Bo Melton was practicing with the receivers when we were there.
Yeah, of course he was. At least he is practicing with them now.
Well, and that's what we talked about that last week. Like, you're putting a guy out there, and yeah, he dropped what should have been an easy catch, but he hasn't been catching balls. He's been working with the corners the whole time. So I'm sure you guys hit on that at length. So
not yet, but we will.
No, ahead, so far this, Rob, has been more like a therapy session. Hi, my name is John, and I'm a Packer fan.
Hi, John.
That's worse. At what point do we decide that maybe this receiving crew is not what we thought they were? We keep saying, who's number one? We've got a bunch of talented guys. They all do this. What are they going to do with their signing at the end of the year, and who do they – like, right now, I don't know that I trust any of those guys that can play.
I still go back to – it all starts up front, and the offensive line issues has made Jordan Love a little, I don't know, just jumpy's the right word, but a little unsure, maybe not delivering the ball necessarily right on time, and it's affected the receivers, and the receivers have had, maybe they haven't run exactly the right routes. I mean, Christian Watson, told us on that deep ball that hit him in the helmet that he should have taken the route a different direction, and that's what happened there. So I just think, I don't know, and I hate to say, well, it's never one thing, but I don't know that it's just the receivers. Certainly they need somebody to, take a hold of this thing. But before last game, the Packers, I think, had 5 drops as a team. Only one of them was by a receiver. They've caught the ball when it's been, thrown at them. It's just they haven't been throwing on time. Their plays haven't gone on time. They've been off schedule, and it's just been a little bit. I guess Matt LaFleur used the word choppy, and I guess that's the right word for it. But somewhere along the line here, somebody's got to get this thing figured out. Otherwise, this season's going to get away from them fast. Now, I still think. They're 5-3-1. It's not like they're 3-5-1. I think. I felt like the mood around the team this week was maybe as bad in terms of like the media and the questions as when they've been, when they were bad in to the start of 2023, when they got off the slow starts, in previous years under McCarthy. I don't know, and I'm not usually the ray of sunshine here, but I'm not so sure it's as bad as everybody's making it out to be.
Well, that's kind of you. I love catching up with Rob Domofsky here on Green Bay Game Day, which is presented by the Orthopedic Associates.
If I'm the voice of optimism, man, I don't know. You guys
that should tell you what kind of program we've had this morning. But I always love hearing what Brian Bulaga wants to know from Rob Domofsky, because it could be just about anything, given where the Packers are at 5-3-1 entering this game against the Giants. Brian, go ahead.
Yeah, Rob, what, well, I hope you're having a great time in the Big Apple. Did you go anywhere good last night for dinner? That's a great question.
Via Della Pace, best Italian restaurant in the city. It's in Greenwich Village. The owner is a huge Packers fan, and it's unbelievable. So we had a group of us, and he wore a cheese head, and we have some pictures that'll be posted somewhere privately, but not for general consumption. But amazing place. It's on 4th Street in the Village.
Well, I'm glad that was good. I'm happy about that. But
Thank you.
With this offensive line, what do you? I mean, did they talk about how they're going to handle this Giants front? I mean, we know that they're not good stopping the run, but Packers haven't really been good rushing the ball. So I understand that. But what about if the Packers think that they're going to drop back 40 times and throw the football against a pass rushing defensive line? I mean, that can't be the formula today, can it?
No, I don't think so. And it was interesting this week talking to Sean Ryan, who obviously is going to be the new starting center with Elton Jenkins going on IR and, likely done for the year, barring the long playoff run. But, Sean Ryan, he might be – I'm not saying he's an upgrade over Elton Jenkins. I don't want people to misunderstand that. But Sean Ryan has a mindset that I'm just going to I'm going to just beat you. I'm going to overpower you. And that's why I think he's a better run blocker than maybe he is a pass blocker. The problem is they've got so much inconsistency up there. I mean, like Jordan Morgan, he's not played great at guard, and especially not a right guard. I mean, people have told me that, he's a left side player, and obviously he wants to play left tackle. But I feel like Sean Ryan's addition to this, and maybe I'm putting too much in, a guy who's just got I'm gonna kick your butt attitude. But I liked what Sean Ryan had said this week about, we've got to sort of, take this upon ourselves, and we've got to become a nastier, meaner, stronger offensive line to get the run game going. I also think, and maybe this goes back to the receiver stuff that Gabe asked about at the top, or maybe it was Strophe, but the play action game has got to get back. Like they were second in the league in most play action plays from weeks 1 through 6. Since then, they're like fourth to last in the league. They went from like 35% of their plays were play action to the last 3 weeks, 20% of their plays were play action. So obviously setting up the run helps that. And again, it just kind of all goes together. But, I mean, the offensive line we're going to see today, is one that they hope they finish the game with. And that's been the problem for how many games this year is the group that started the game up front hasn't finished the game up front. So many in-game injuries, and those are harder to handle, I think, than an injury that maybe happens, where you didn't realize it until after the game, and then you got a guy who can practice at the spot all week. I mean, Sean Ryan's practiced at center all week, so I mean, I think that has to help.
Yes. Oh, yeah. In-game changes are tough. They're brutal. When you get to practice all week. I mean, is there any? I mean, did he seem? I guess Sean Ryan. I mean, he's been a guard pretty much his entire time with the Packers, right? I mean, the only time I remember him playing center, obviously, it was against Philly both times in the playoffs last year for like a series or two, and now against Philly last week. I mean, did he seem confident about like all the responsibility that the center position in Green Bay holds? I mean, I know what this offense demands from the center. I mean, did he seem confident of that responsibility?
Yeah, and I think he looks at it as, obviously a challenge, but this is sort of this is renewed life for Sean Ryan. I mean, 3 weeks ago he was telling us that, he's probably gone after this year. He knows his opportunity's not going to be, here, and he's got to do what he can for now to help the team. But he realizes, like, I probably don't have much of a future here. Well, all of a sudden he's got an opportunity to show these guys that maybe he does have a future here. So I think he's taken that, responsibility, to heart. And, and I think I would be surprised if, Sean Ryan and that group in the middle looked unprepared. Not saying they can't get overpowered. That's a different deal. But I do think there's a focus there this week to try to get this offensive line playing better.
Well, Rob, I saw John Anderson earlier in the show with a note card that said, "Get right game." Do you believe today will be that day for the Packers?
Well, here's the problem that with a game like today is, and I know Brian's played in a couple of these games. When you're playing a team that fired their coach the previous week, I had a player, I can't remember who it was, years ago, tell me that when that happens, the players want to show it wasn't them. Like, we're not the reason. And so there's that boost there, and I knew there was a boost. I didn't realize that it was because players, wanted to show where it's not that they necessarily want to play for the interim coach. They want to show that they're not the problem. So that scares you a little bit, I think, going into it. But the Giants are banged up too now. They had a long injury list this week. Jameis Winston, he could throw 5 touchdowns or 4 interceptions today.
Or both.
Maybe. But I do think that that get right is probably the right word for today. And I'd be surprised if they don't win. But at this point, with this team, I'm not sure I can say anything for certainty.
Yeah, that's been the theme of today. Can't say anything with certainty. Rob Demovsky, appreciate the time as always, brother. We'll be talking to you this week across ESPN Wisconsin.
All right, guys, have a good one. We'll be seeing you.
Rob Demovsky, ESPN NFL Nation reporter, covering the Packers out at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey ahead of Packers-Giants. Kickoff at noon today. Whew. I'm not feeling good, Gabe.
No. By the way, if Jameis Winston did throw 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions in today's game, it'd be a great way to honor his head coach, his new interim head coach, who did do that in the Outback Bowl one time.
Wow. What a stat line that is.
Mike Kafka, somebody in a group text after he got named the interim head coach sent me the stat line from his Outback Bowl performance for Northwest. It's outrageous. It's literally outrageous. 47 of 78 for 532 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, also had 20 rushes. So almost 100 plays of Mike Kafka in the 2010 Outback Bowl.
78 pass attempts.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to revisit that. I feel my life was complete without that kind of information, but God bless.
No, hey.
No, my life is better now knowing that.
Somebody shared it with me, so I had to share it with you, John.
That's disgusting.
I appreciate it when it comes to this.
Disgusting.
I do worry they want, because Jameis, when he gets on a heater, that guy can play, right? He's a big guy. He can spin it, and it's the problem is just he literally is a 30-30 guy, right? He had 30 picks and 30 TD, so he'll help you out if you just let him. And I hope they will.
The other thing about Jameis is it seems like anybody who has ever played with Jameis loves him. Just absolutely loves him. So, again, talking about the players rallying and making sure, hey, it's not us, I think they're going to rally around Jameis a little bit too.
My trainer told me, what did he say? He just said, be prepared. The great Jameis Winston. We could spend the next 2 hours just talking about Jameis Winston, who will likely go for the Giants today at quarterback, which is just fascinating. Fired head coach, third-string quarterback.
So this means Russell Wilson's career is over, right?
Yes, that is correct.
I think we can finally say that.
It's the way I read it, at least.
He's finished. He made it, just went in the tank in Denver, and he made it about 3 games here, and now Dart's hurt, and he's still not coming back. And God bless him, because he's the last good quarterback the Badgers have had.
Don't remind
me. I feel like this is he just decide which team he's going to go sign his one-day contract with.
Yep.
But I don't see him as giving up that easy. I think he'll go somewhere else again and keep trying. I forgot it threw Pittsburgh in there too. Yeah, it's just he's like that ability exited in a hurry.
Yep.
Right, like he was good in Denver. You're like, okay, well, I can see that they're trying, and then just from that day forward, just nothing.
Just a mess. Hey, win tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago December 7th, including access to the Tundra Trio's upscale tailgate with gourmet food and premium drinks. That's thanks to Dr. Pepper. You can enter now. ESPNWisconsin.com. That's ESPNWisconsin.com. Nothing hits like the bold flavor of Dr. Pepper. Grab one ice cold at McDonald's. ESPNWisconsin.com. Win tickets to Green Bay, Chicago on December 7th. We will take a look at Network Health's I Need a Hero coming up next. It's Green Bay Game Day presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. ESPN Wisconsin 620 WTMJ.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Day will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Green and gold fans, it's game day. And you know what that means. Tailgating with friends and raising a glass to our favorite team. This season, make Bacardi the star of your pregame party. Whether you're mixing up a classic Bacardi and Cola, refreshing Bacardi Lime and Soda, or a smooth spiced and Cola, Bacardi is the perfect pick for game day fun. Grab a bottle and get ready to cheer on Green Bay with the best in hand. Available now at your local retailer. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA, Miami, Florida. Run 40% alcohol by volume.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to Yahoo Sports senior NBA writer Dan Devine. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean-grain, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Welcome back to Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Packers-Giants coming up at noon. It's Green Bay Game Day presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel, John Anderson, Super Bowl champion, Brian Bulaga with you. Time now for Network Health's I Need a Hero. Somebody that needs to step up today. for the Green Bay Packers. Network Health honored to serve many veteran members and also proud to count veterans among their employees because they are based right here in Wisconsin. They are able to develop health plans specifically with their veterans in mind. That is Network Health. You could go a million directions today, Gabe. I'm going to start with you. For I Need a Hero, presented by Network Health, who do you have in mind of somebody that needs to step up and provide for the Packers to get a much-needed victory out in New Jersey?
My guy's Matthew Golden, and I'm sick and tired of hearing about this. We throw to the open guy. Oh, it just doesn't work out that way where he doesn't get targets. You threw the ball 5 times to Bo Bleepin Melton last week. All right, Savion Williams has more manufactured. Every touch that Savion Williams has had this year has been a manufactured touch. Like, obviously, you can put him as the top progression in a lot of different plays. They need to start doing that. He has more ability than all the other wide receivers with the speed, his route running, his ability to catch the ball, and his strong hands. They need to start feeding him the football. If he doesn't have 5 or 6 targets today and Bo Melton does again, it's going to be an interesting Monday.
The fact he practiced with the offense this week just tells me we have no idea what the hell to do with this guy. Right?
No, I mean, he's doing that obviously because the wide receiver position is so beat up.
Yeah.
And
But
he's a special teams player. Like, they kept him on the roster because
they
like
moved
him as
him
a
to
special
corner
teams.
and they haven't used him at corner.
Well, yeah, because he's a special teams guy. He's specifically a special teams guy. Now he's helping at wide receiver because he's done that before.
Yeah. Pitching in. That's great. Group effort. John Anderson, hero of the game.
Yeah, I've said that before with Melton. He should just have ST next to his name because I guess they had to put a position down, but that's why the only reason there. The hero has to be Jordan Love. Listen, you're the quarterback of the team. Things are going bad. You're the most important position. You're the most important guy. I don't care that you're the most well-paid. This is the position where the quarterback is supposed to take over and show that you're the leader of the ball club. And just whatever you got to do, grab him by the scruff of the neck. I don't care if you got to scream at him in the locker room. I don't care if you're quietly whispering in all 52 guys' ears that aren't you. But this, I think, is where in times where things are choppy, and we've taken on a little water, that I just think that's where you got to show that you're the boss of the team. And so maybe that's elementary. Maybe that's not possible for one guy to do that, but I just think this is where you show you're the quarterback. This is my team, and I am not going to let my team do this one more time. So I don't know who it is or how you do it, but you're the quarterback, and you are the most important player. You touch it every time on offense, and you need to go make it right.
Talk about a get-right game. That's a guy who could get right is Jordan Love. Brian Balaga, hero of the game, presented by Network Health.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Micah Parsons because, I think as much as we're talking about the Packers and who needs to step up on offense, and listen, there's a handful that we could use, I still think defense has to be the driver of this bus, man. I think until we see the offense finally get and they, find their footing and because and I'll repeat it. Like I said it during the week with Homer, I said it with Tausch and Wilde. Like they got to find, who's going to fill this void in production that Tucker Kraft left. Like they got to figure that out. And until they figure that out, we're going to see lapses with the offense. Like we're just going to see that. Like that's going to be an issue. And until that gets figured out, the defense has to continue to be the driver of this team. Like they're just going to have to continue to play the way they are, and they're going to get frustrated because the offense is going to struggle. And it has not been that way in Green Bay for the longest time. Like it has not been that way in Green Bay.
You're totally right.
So I understand their struggle. And listen, I was never at the point where I was mad at our defense. Was never like, what's the matter with you guys? It was never that way. But like, I understand what they're going through. But like, you got to rely on guys. You got to rely on one side of the ball to keep you in games at times, right? Like that's the way things go. And right now, the defense, they need to continue to do what they're doing and keep this ball club in games. And that's why I think Micah needs to have a giant game today. A couple of sack fumbles would be nice to put Green Bay in a good position offensively. So, like, to me, he needs to have a giant game. Oh, no pun intended. Sorry.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
No pun intended there. Yeah.
I don't believe you, but it's fine. My hero of the game is going to be Matt LaFleur. It's pretty simple for me. He needs to get this offense going a little bit. I mean, even if it's 21 points, that should be good enough to win this game.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Given the way the defense is playing, though, yeah. Right? I mean, there's just an expectation of they've lost games where the opposing teams have scored 10 points, 13 points, and 16 points. Those are their 3 losses this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they've allowed 40 points, which I guess they did against Dallas. But regardless, in a loss, they haven't even allowed 3 touchdowns. 2.
Yeah.
So Matt LaFleur, just score some points, please. It's my hero of the
saw
game.
the ESPN stat. ESPN had a great stat that Jordan Love is now 8-4 in games with the Packers have scored 16 or fewer points. He's 8-4, and Aaron Rodgers was 65-4 in those games.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know if you've seen that one, but that is that. Thanks to ESPN Sports and Information Department, 8-4 against 65-4. Did I just make you feel worse, Alex? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you called this therapeutic earlier. I don't know.
We have to deal with some hard truths.
No, this is my own personal hell, is what this is.
He's just got to rattle off 57 in a row. He's just got to rattle off 57 in a row, and they're going to be even and have the same record.
Yep.
It's like I said though. It's like it was always appreciative when the defense played amazing ball, right? Like when they stood on their head and they played amazing football. You have to absolutely capitalize when they play. And they allow less than 16 points or 16 points or less. You have to absolutely deliver the goods. Like you have to deliver the goods, and you have to win those football games. Like there's just no doubt about it, right? Like easier said than done, but like, come on, man. Like this offense has enough. We know they have enough. Like it's just right now they need to look at each other and get this done. Like and you could say it's this guy or that guy or this group or that. Like that's you got to get over that.
It's
like,
all of the above.
It's a collective.
It's all.
Yeah,
of the
it's a
above.
collective. It's a collective, and there's probably been some really fun meetings. I mean, really fun meetings, like nice fun call out session meetings in that offensive meeting room, which are really uncomfortable. But necessary. Like, I hope there was a big one after this Eagles game. Like, I hope there was a big, fun call-out session. But normally, those spark something. So I'm kind of hoping that was what happened. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
We sure will.
When you have that, what needs to be said in those meetings so that they're effective? Like, what would resonate if I'm in that meeting with a player?
Normally what goes on is guys take accountability for themselves, man. Like, I mean, that's really what it is. Like, you watch the game, you watch every single play as an offense together. And the coaches go through their position group, right? And each coach then goes over their player's mistake. And then the guys essentially go through what they were thinking and take accountability for it. And then if a guy has a comment about another player's essentially what they did wrong, someone will pipe up about it, and then they have a chance to rebut it and go back and forth about what they thought. And it's just kind of like it's an open mic about guys commenting on other people's positions, and you just kind of let it go, right? I mean, it's like we're doing. It's therapeutic, but sometimes it can get a little confrontational. But at the same time, like, it's a time for guys to be open and honest about it, right? And put it all on the table, but be accountable for it. You got to be accountable for it. And sometimes it ends up being really good. It's really good for guys.
Well,
so everyone understands where everyone's coming from.
Let's hope it worked, because 5-3-1, all things considered, isn't an awful spot, but it feels like an awful spot for a team that very well could be 8-0 at this point. So we will see. Jason Wilde is going to join us coming up next for the Jason Wilde Hour. But first, Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled 6 times till it's just right. Tito's known for great vodka, giving back, and doing good for dogs. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc. Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly with Tito's Handmade Vodka. The Jason Wilde Hour is coming up next. It's Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold the lie with sportswear too. You pay a fortune for big name gear, a fancy logo, and a slogan, and it still stinks. Then I found Iron Jock, and now it's all I wear. It's built on science. Their silver ion technology is woven right into the fabric. It kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria, and it never washes out, ever. Right now, you can get 35% off your Iron Jock gear and a free Iron Jock hat. Use code CAP35. That's CAP35 for 35% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one of a kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but despite what a certain national online company tells you, a car is not one of them.
Let's see. Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat bar. Oh, here we go. Green 4-door hatchback. We're gonna need some more quarters.
Sure, they make it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, and unlike those national companies, you get to see the vehicle in person and test drive it before you buy it. You also have the assurance that the vehicle's been thoroughly tested. And if any issue does come up, your local Adam member dealer is right here to service it and can also provide low financing and top dollar for your trade. Think about that before you take the chance with their so-called vending machine.
What? It's stuck! No! Oh, rats.
Start your search at adamm.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. It's finally game day.
6, good protection, pass wide open, making the catch and getting into Washington territory. Tucker Kraft pulls his way down to the 20-yard line.
And the countdown to kickoff starts now.
What's the fake? Pass caught, touchdown, Green Bay, Romeo Dobbs.
This is Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Now broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Gabe Neitzel, Jason Wilde, ESPN legend John Anderson, and former Packer Brian Balaga. Here's Alex Strove.
All right, away we go. Hour 2, Green Bay Game Day, which is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Our buddy Jason Wilde joins us now, the 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year. You hear him on Wilde and Tausch, weekdays from 9 to noon. Good morning, Jason. How we doing?
How are you guys doing?
It's been an awful hour. I'm going to be real frank.
I mean, the content's been good, but, I think there's a little bit of depression, maybe setting in about our favorite team.
Yeah, I signed on, and Gabe, I don't want to sound like Will Smith, but keep Bo Melton's name out your mouth.
Why?
Because Jason's a huge Bo Melton fan because he's a good guy. I don't care that he's a good guy,
I don't
Jason.
care.
I want him to be a good football player.
First of all, I think he is a good football player. I think that if you think back to the Minnesota game a couple years ago, I know that's a long time ago, but he is a more reliable player than some of the other people that play wide receiver. This team chose to move him to corner, didn't practice him at wide receiver, and then threw him the ball on 4th down. He has to catch that ball. He will tell you that. I will tell you that. But maybe if he worked at wide receiver more, he would catch that ball. Do you want to be targeting him as frequently as they did, given how much he practiced at the position? Strofe pointed out he practiced there this week. Hey, seems like a good idea. Does not appear to have made Malik Heath very happy, however.
Yeah.
Hey, Malik Heath, would you like to move to corner? Because that's even worse, right? So the intensity of the negativity when I tuned in, I was kind of glad that Alex McCarthy there mismanaged the clock, that I was able to go up, make a cup of coffee.
Oh my gosh!
That's so rude.
I love these I don't know if you guys have had these Kodiak flapjacks. They're great. Pour a little milk in them and you cook them up. Takes 2 minutes for that. Came back. We still hadn't gone to commercial. So I am totally ready to be a ray of sunshine to 4 negative Nellies. I think we need to have a team meeting, go over all the things we've done poorly, an open mic day, and say, we're going to be better, damn it.
I'm always ready for an open mic. I'm always ready for an open mic day. I'm always ready. I love being held accountable for all my mishaps. I'm always ready.
Well, he's got a championship soccer game to attend in 20 minutes, so I don't know how effective it'll be, but
I'm always ready.
I would like to defend myself. First year, I wasn't here for the first 17 minutes of absolute deep sadness. Right?
Yes.
Strofe is a vet.
Myself.
Okay. Strofe
See,
right
no,
now
that's
is
a bus throw. See, so that's a bus throw. That's a bus throw. That's a fine in the old line room. That's a bus throw.
That's fine.
So that's straight.
I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that. And I don't think that we identify there are some issues that with the ball club that we should point that out, because if we continue to, if we tell everybody it's fine, then you aren't 5-3-1 if everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. Right. Kevin Bacon, remain calm. All is well. All is well. When it comes through. But we appreciate your San Francisco Seals hat and your sunshine that you are bringing today.
Well,
but really,
Jason,
since we're
on the wide receiver room here, Jason, what do you think it ultimately looks like today? Because Malik Heath is kept at home, which I'm guessing when Jaden Reed becomes healthy, that roster spot that Malik Heath currently has will belong to Jaden Reed. Since he did not travel with the team today.
Do we have a story
Savion Williams is in a walking boot, so I'm guessing we are going to see a pretty decent, you've got Matthew Golden coming off of a shoulder injury. I'm assuming we see Bo Melton a decent amount of times.
All right, so a few things. First of all, thanks for identifying the hat. Secondly, I want to be clear here. I am not the little dog drinking his coffee in the kitchen that is fully engulfed in flames. I'm not saying that everything is fine. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But the intensity with which I arrived when I connected was slightly unexpected. That's all. And I respect how much you guys care. God bless you. I don't think things are as dire. I would personally argue, and then we'll get to the wide receiver position, that they are in a very challenging spot to figure out what the hell is going to work, right? Because you look at the Pittsburgh game, and for whatever reason, Mike Tomlin said, I'm not letting Josh Jacobs beat me. And as I said to Strofe on Weekly Wildy, congratulations, you didn't let that happen. Instead, you let Jordan Love beat you with 360 and 20 straight completions. But since then, you have lost Tucker Kraft, who is the best option for you with underneath stuff when they're playing two deep safeties. Get him the ball, let him truck some guy over, and get a first down, unlike Luke Musgrave was capable of doing on 3rd and 10 before the fateful 4th down play, in which he got destroyed as a blocker. Now, I like Luke Musgrave, but he ain't Tucker Kraft. Secondly, they have got to get their offensive lines blank together. And I can only imagine how frustrated Brian Bulaga must be watching it, because that is where all of their problems emanate to me. You can be the greatest play caller in American history, but if your guys are blocking the wrong people or getting blown up against 6-man boxes, you can't come up with plays that make up for that ineptitude. So again, plenty wrong with what they're doing. I am very eager to see what Matt LaFleur does with Bo Melton, with Matthew Golden. I think it's important to point out, having been in the locker room during the week, that Savion Williams practiced on a limited basis and would walk out of the locker room carrying his boot. So he clearly has been wearing it whenever he is not playing football. So I don't think just because Matt Schneidman saw him walking off the bus with the boot necessarily means he won't play. Okay, now maybe he doesn't, but I don't feel comfortable saying that. We'll find out in 9 minutes. But you have got to get some sort of intermediate passing game going, and you have to get the run game going. And if you do those things, I think we'll be able to put the fire out in the little dog's kitchen, and they'll be okay. But again, after today, 5 out of the next 7 are in the division.
Yeah.
So get your crap together.
Better.
And your critiques, again, your criticism is not unwarranted. But I refuse to believe that Matt LaFleur has suddenly become inept. Because he came up with game plans that won with Malik Willis. Yep. He came up with game plans that have won with Jordan Love, who is not Aaron Rodgers. Like, I think he can do this. But the last 2 weeks, he hasn't had answers. And he has looked like he has been searching, not only with play calls, but searching for good deals for pizzas on his tablet.
Matt LaFleur may not have answers, but these guys hopefully will, as we play Yes or No with Jason Wilde coming up next as we wrap up the Brian Bulaga portion of the program. But first, I got to tell you about our friends at Piggly Wiggly. The new Piggly Wiggly Pigs Points program is here. Say that 5 times fast. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com. Gabe, I need you here. Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig and save. Piggly Wiggly. Shopthepig.com. Yes or No with Jason Wilde coming up right after this on Green Bay Game Day.
More Green Bay Game Day coming up on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Is back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced treatments for herniated discs, spinal fusion, and more. Their board-certified orthopedic care specialists use the least invasive methods, starting with non-surgical options. If surgery is needed, they provide minimally invasive procedures. The OAW Spine Specialists focus on getting you back to an active lifestyle faster. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWspinecenter.com.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all. On the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house. Only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
When winter hits Wisconsin hard, Safe Plow hits back. Founded by 2 locals who know winter inside and out, Safe Plow delivers no-tolerance snow removal, meaning they're on it before, during, and after every storm for hospitals, retail centers, and all businesses that can't afford downtime. From small driveways to massive parking lots, Safe Plow's dedicated team keeps your property clear, safe, and accessible, prioritizing handicap ramps and disabled parking every time. At Safe Plow, they handle the blizzard, you handle your business. Serving Madison, Milwaukee, and all of southeastern Wisconsin. Book now at safeplow.com.
Game days are here, and your car needs to look as ready as you do. Before you hit the stadium, surf to Tsunami Express Car Wash, the ultimate pre-game stop to roll in clean and confident. Our state-of-the-art tunnels treat, clean, protect, and dry every car to perfection. With 7 Milwaukee area locations, including our newest in New Berlin, we are wherever you need us. Sign up online, and your first wash is absolutely free. That's a $25 value on the house. Claim your free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at 3 Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's just it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit 3 Pillars with living longer.
Hey, it's Jen Latta, and for me, recovery is just as important as training. That's why I love my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas. The deep heat relaxes sore muscles, improves flexibility, and helps me bounce back faster after a workout or a long day on my feet. It's become part of my routine, and honestly, I feel stronger and more energized because of it. And if you want to take your recovery to the next level, stop by the Good Health Saunas showroom in Waukesha or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
All right, Green Bay Game Day is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. I'm Alex Strofe. That's Gabe Neitzel with me in the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all studios in downtown Milwaukee. Brian Bulaga is with us ahead of his son's championship soccer game. He will depart us shortly. John Anderson's in Missouri. That's where he teaches. He's shaping the youth of America, Dr. John Anderson. And the 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde, is with us from the Wilde Basement Studios, in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It is our favorite part of the week. I'm not saying the show. I'm not saying Sunday. I'm saying this is everybody's highlight of their week is what we're about to participate in. And, of course, that is the one, the only, yes or no with Jason Wilde.
Will today be the day there are black and white answers from our most respected journalist?
Possibly. I think we shouldn't be greedy. Maybe. You would certainly hope so.
It's time for Yes or No with Jason Wilde.
All right, we've got to get to a break. We've got to let Brian Bulaga go. So I'm going to do it simple this week. I'm going to cut you all a break. I have one question and one question only. It's the only question we're going to do today. And we start with Jason Wilde as we always do. Jason, yes or no? It is idiotic.
I think everything should be examined when things are going poorly. My question for anyone who suggests that he should give up the play calling duties is who exactly who did not do a good job of play calling in Chicago or Las Vegas. And now he's theoretically working with the defense in his advisory role. Is it Jason Vrabel, who has never done it? So that would be my answer is, if you are going to suggest that, who would you like to do it instead?
Yeah, it's a good point by you. Brian Bulaga, it is idiotic to suggest Matt LaFleur should give up play calling duties. Yes or no?
Do I want to say idiotic? I mean, you don't want to call anyone an idiot. I don't want to call anyone an idiot.
Stop being nice.
That's not nice.
Call them an idiot.
That's not nice.
Yeah, you can call me an idiot. That's fine. That won't hurt my
I don't want
feelings.
to call anyone an idiot. But to Jason's point, like, who are you gonna tap on the shoulder to do that? Which, but no, I mean, for me, I trust Matt to call the plays. I think he knows what he's doing. I really do. I don't think you ask anyone else to call the plays. I think it's Matt. So no, I don't. This is a strong, well, is it idiotic to suggest anyone? Yes, that's a yes. Then that's the answer.
I got an answer.
Yes.
Good. That's good.
Yes, Matt continues to call the plays.
I'm 1 for 2 on answers. Let's go 1 for 3 as we head to Missouri. John Anderson, yes or no? It is idiotic. Actually, let me rephrase the question. Am I an idiot? Yes or no?
Well, yeah, that's your basket case. Totally. Yeah.
Okay, we're 2 for 3. That's good. You're a basket case, he says. It is idiotic to suggest Matt LaFleur should give up play calling duties. John Anderson, yes or no?
First, I'm going to piggyback on what Jason said. I'm going to be like my parents when I went to a party. Who's everybody?
Yeah.
When you say everybody is on board, who's everybody? I'm going to need you to name some people so I know who's everybody that finds this to be the best part of their
Sure.
I am less concerned about the play calling than people actually executing the plays that are called. Why don't we work on that?
Nice.
And then I don't care if it's a quarterback sneak or you want to run them 60 yards and just all go on the outside. But I am far more concerned about actually executing whatever the play is that comes through the helmet, whether it's just a simple, dive play to the fullback or, some elaborate route concept in which everybody still managed to be covered and we throw off our back foot and out of bounds. So those are I think that is the question is pointless until we find somebody who can run said plays.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Basket case, I don't know if I'm going to recover from that one. Gabe Knight's a yes or no. Idiotic to suggest Matt LaFleur should give up.
Coming into the season, there was an article at The Athletic where a writer there had polled a handful of defensive coordinators and coaches in the NFL to put together the list of top 10 play callers in the NFL. What's it like going up against these people? Matt LaFleur was 6th on that list. He didn't suddenly forget how to call plays. To John's point, when most fans get upset about the play call, most of the time it's about the execution of the call. Like, if you execute, then, I mean, this is still the same guy. They were a top 10 offense after the Steelers game. The offense was fine outside of what happened in Cleveland. They had been cooking along. Yeah, there were probably a couple of things here and there that they could clean up. And then the last 2 weeks, you can't defend what happened the last 2 weeks. It's hard to defend that they fell into such a pattern that on 4th and 1 in a critical juncture of the game, that the Eagles knew what play was coming. Like, that's you can't defend that. They should have used a timeout in that situation. That to me is on Love when he heard, "Hey, inside zone over here." All right, timeout. We're just gonna take a timeout here and discuss this, and that's not what happened.
Review that one, are we?
Yeah, let's. So Matt LaFleur is a good play caller.
Yes, he is.
He didn't suddenly forget how to call plays over the course of the last 2 weeks. It is more about execution than anything else.
Inside zone this way. Inside zone. Oh, my goodness. We just need a win.
Take a timeout. You had 2 of them. Just
give me a win. All I need is a win.
I'm
not as offended by them yelling their play out. Like, isn't that why you do film study every day and to find out tendencies and formations and right? Like, I don't know. I feel like good on them that they did their homework.
Yeah, that's true.
The fact that Ben Solak over at ESPN was so easily able to pull up the other instances of, hey, here's why they knew it was
He
coming.
had it up that night.
It was quick.
He had it up Monday night.
But I do want John to know because he has been a staunch proponent of this segment of Yes or No.
Yes,
And
staunch.
since the last time Yes or No was played during a road game, John, I hate to break it to you, but Jason actually had to answer yes or no to the questions.
Oh, great point.
Because he showed up late for his hour in the Carolina game. So Jason actually had to play the game.
Yeah, it did happen.
I just feel like the record needed to be cleared, and John needed to know that Jason had to give in and actually play the game.
Yeah, well, John wasn't, and it might not have been his fault at all because he was technically on time, but his audio didn't work for the first 17 minutes of the program. I wish I would have remembered that because I could have said, John, you weren't here for the first segment. I should have made him answer yes or no.
I don't think you can tell John what to do.
I think
No, you cannot.
All right, Brian's got to go be a dad and mutter things to himself in the corner for a championship soccer game, so we're going to let him go. The only thing I ask, Brian, is that you text us anything you mutter, expletives included.
Okay, well, yeah, that's
just an example, not all of it, because
not
again,
all.
like I don't want you to complete. Just at one point go, oh, this is what I'm muttering to myself. Just an example. We need an example.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. All right, just don't repeat it on air.
That's actually exactly what I was going to do.
Yeah, not suitable. Not suitable.
Fair enough.
Right.
Brian, appreciate the time. I have his one call. I have his game pick, so we'll still fit that in the next hour and a half. We will get to the injury updates coming up next, the injury report presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. But first, I'm going to tell you about my friends at Prize Picks. Use the Prize Picks app today. Elevate your game watching experience. Use the code GKB at sign up to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. You'll get $50 free after you play a $5 lineup on Prize Picks when you use the code GKB at sign up on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, it is good to be right. We will get to the injury report. Coming up next, Green Bay Game Day, presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
We're back with Green Bay Game Day after this on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Shop the pig! Thanksgiving starts with the bird, and at Piggly Wiggly, you can gobble up savings. Jenny-O turkeys are just 39 cents a pound. That's right, you can bring home a 12-pound turkey for less than $5. And while you're here, don't forget to sign up for the new Pig Points Rewards program, where the more you shop, the more you earn, and the more you save. So hurry in, grab your turkey, and make this Thanksgiving a winner, only at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig!
Hey, Wisconsin, it's football season, and that means it's time to break out the Bandito with El Bandito Yankee, the official tequila of game day. 100% Blue Weber agave, all natural and so smooth it's criminal. Try the award-winning Blanco, Reposado, and Yeho, and the new high-proof Plata 47. Ask for El Bandito Yankee at your favorite bar or restaurant, and buy it today at Woodman's and Festival Foods. And for tailgates, recipes, and more places for purchase, go to elbanditoyankee.com.
Get
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond? Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines. And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
You're going to be happy, happy, happy.
and with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare. And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose. Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
Or a better diamond.
or a better price has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple. And all maintenance is free forever. No charge.
yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with. When you're ready to celebrate, we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Macy's just dropped tons of new Black Friday deals. And with more being added every week, you can save on top gifts now. Like exclusive beauty sets, 50% off. Men's and women's PJs, 40 to 60% off. Handbags, 40 to 50% off. Plus, diamonds, 60% off. So come into Macy's, beat the rush, and get your holiday shopping done early. Black Friday starts here at Macy's. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply.
This is Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
We're feeling good on Green Bay Game Day, which is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Alex Drove, John Anderson, Jason Wilde, Gabe Neitzel with you. All right, we got to look at this injury report, which no surprises there, but we will get to it right now. As I mentioned, presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. You can visit the website orthowisconsin.com today for more information on that. Matthew Golden is up, which is good. Savion Williams, active, despite getting off the bus in a walking boot.
So I go through the rest of it, and then I've got a question.
I'll hit you with the inactives, but none of them surprising. Kicker Brandon McManus is inactive after being listed as doubtful yesterday. So Lucas Haversick will have the kicking duties for the Packers today. Malik Heath, we knew that. Inactive coach's decision, and then the other one's not surprising. Nate Hobbs, Lucas Van Ness, which I want to get to at some point, and then offensive lineman Donovan Jennings, once again, is a healthy scratch. Those are your inactives for the Packers. But go ahead, Gabe.
So, Jason, if he's been walking around in a boot when he's not on a football field, Savion Williams, like that doesn't seem conducive to being healthy enough to be out on a football field and then be a guy that you're throwing the bubble screens to for him to put that foot into the ground and then try to cut up field and be a yards after a catch guy. Am I crazy?
Are you a doctor? So that's a no.
Not hearing Jason.
Okay.
I hear him fine. He said, "Are you a doctor?"
Okay. Jason, give me a head nod one way or another. Yes. Okay.
I'm
We've
here.
We've got you now. We've got you now.
I said, "Are you a doctor?"
I am not, nor do I play one on television. But I've just paid attention enough that you know
you could be on General Hospital.
Yeah, but I haven't, so I don't play one on TV.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I thought Gabe was so irritated that I asked if he was a doctor. He was just refusing to respond. So thanks for clarifying. Look, I don't think it's I think it's not typical, but I don't think it's completely uncommon for guys that have a foot injury to wear the boot all the time, except when they're playing or practicing, to alleviate stress on it. Do I think it's ideal circumstances to play a guy who requires a boot in his non-football time? I do not. The other alternative for kickoffs, though, is Bo Melton, and I know certain people have strong feelings about him and his contributions. So
look, he's great. Jason, he's a great special teams player. He can continue to do whatever he wants on special teams. I'm good with that.
I don't think that's ideal by any means, but I don't think it's completely unusual. Now, I know that there's also a feeling that the Packers have targeted him an inordinate amount for a guy that is dealing with that injury, who is practicing on a limited basis. He played 6 snaps against the Eagles. He was targeted twice. So, yeah, if he played 60 snaps and he got 20 targets, that would be a problem. They don't have anyone right now who they feel good about what he can do. Matthew Golden didn't play last week. He will play this week. So I would presume that they would use him a little bit more in that manner. I was telling Jim, Matt, and Molly earlier in the week that, look, once Golden is healthy enough to play, I feel like he should be the one who is taking up a lion's share of the targets that Tucker Kraft would have gotten had he not been injured. I don't think Savion Williams needs to get more opportunities, but I think Golden has to be more extensively involved. And to your point earlier, I don't know what Malik Heath did, but you have to know where you are in the ecosystem. So if he missed a meeting or he got really ticked off and, argued with a coach or whatever it might have been, Jaden Reed is waiting. And as we have seen, they would rather move someone else than move Lucas Havrasik, who now is kicking today. So, we haven't even spent, maybe you guys did it in the first hour, but I still can't get over the fact that to what degree this has been bungled.
Yeah.
And the idea that you are allowing, look, I know Doc McKenzie was ultra conservative. I also understand that they have a new team doctor in Dr. Michael Ryan. I am in no way suggesting that he's more liberal with his diagnoses or letting players speak their mind on whether they should play or not. You had to be at a certain level to be given that kind of say so. And Matt LaFleur has now said multiple times about multiple players, Zach Tom, Brandon McManus, that players have a say so in whether they play. Lucas Van Ness apparently isn't at that point because he was talking like he was playing today, and obviously he's not. So I don't know how this McManus thing played out. It's easy to say, Havrasik made 10 kicks. They should have put him. But they didn't know Havrasik was going to do that when they went to him. So this is just what a mess this has been. And now we find out if Lucas Havrasik, in breezy conditions in East Rutherford, can continue his perfect streak, because the first thing everyone says when McManus doesn't trot out there for a 57 or 59 yarder at Lambeau or almost hits the pylon with his 64-yard attempt at the end of the game when they should have thrown a Hail Mary after he tried it the first time and it was nowhere close to making it. Everyone says, well, run Havrasik out there. He made a 61-yarder. Yeah, in like 90-degree temperatures in an indoor climate-controlled stadium. So let's see if they line up for a 61-yarder today.
John Anderson is awfully quiet, which concerns me.
Just listening.
Yeah, but it's week 11 in the NFL, John, and we're talking about a kicking controversy.
Yeah, but as I pointed out, if you're spending time on a kicking controversy, I think you have way bigger problems than that. That's taken. Yeah. I am with you. Like, yeah, they've played 9 games. How they're still messing with even some of these things. I get there's injuries across the offensive line they got to work out, but that they're still sort of trying to some degree, like, find themselves. Like, what are they? What's our, what do we do best? I don't even know what that is right now. And that's kind of a hard thing, right? Because we thought, it's Josh Jacobs, but given the line, I don't know if that's what they do best. I find it amazing that Tucker Kraft can be such a like, they got around without their starting quarterback with Malik Willis and managed to come up with a game plan. Like, yes, he's better than the other guy, but you still got to be able to work around that. I am amazed that we are still with Bo Melton. We're riding a game from 2 years ago. I think maybe Jason can get off that horse at any time that he'd like to. I don't think we could maybe put that one on the hitching post.
Such an impact on the coaching staff. They moved him to cornerback this year.
But 2 years ago,
you can get on that horse.
First 100-yard game of the year. I think maybe we can come off that one a little bit. But it's just they are. I can't believe they played, and I have no idea who they are. When they had the first 2 games, like, okay, I don't know that they're ready to be in the Super Bowl, and the Browns saying, like, that happens, you're going to lay an egg here and there. But these last 2 are the ones that I find to be a mystery. That there's nothing that you can't find more than 7 points, or against Carolina you can't find more, like, at home, and you keep running into that. So I have no idea what to expect, especially because the last 2 times went out there, played horrible Giants teams, and got run.
Yep.
Tommy DeVito beat
Tommy
these
DeVito.
guys. Like, and then not even the good version of Daniel Jones beat them in London. And so I figure, I don't know, Jameis, he's got a chance like anybody else. And so that is the mystery of all of this, is just not just that you've had a poor performance. Like, who are these guys? It's like watching Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid when they come around. Like, who are those guys? And that's the answer I would like them to just figure out what it is. Like, I don't care if we answered that apparently they stink and can't do anything.
Yeah, we have no idea what they are.
But that's the big, like, who are you, or who do you want to be, right? Maybe it's try to establish something that you are. I don't think that Matt LaFleur has forgotten how to coach or call plays, but I do think he looks sometimes bewildered as to what's the best play on this sheet. I'm looking at my Big Denny's menu, and I don't even know what the best play on that sheet is right now.
Well, he's looking at the Denny's menu on his iPad with his back to the field, right?
That becomes an issue, right? Like, it's the old, I have really gone to this thing. I don't know where I saw it, but it was Nick Saban talking about when he was in high school. And they were late in the game, right? And he went over to the coach because he's a sophomore. Like, what should I play? And Nick Saban said, listen, you got an all-state tailback and you got the fastest guy in the state get it to them. And he said, like, in these spots, I got to think players, not plays. And so for all this stuff about LaFleur, what's he doing? Like, let's think players and over plays. Like, who do I trust most in these spots that I have to, take care of business? Which I think the last play, Josh Jacobs was the right guy. I just think you got to go ahead and lock in and take the time out and explain to the guys that this is really key. We can't let people push us 5 yards back. Because I think even if the other side knows what's coming, if you block it up right, you can get the yard they needed. Yeah. So, but I am lost at 5-3-1. Who are these guys?
If you're going to say, let's trust players, not plays, who are the guys that really merit that? Right? All kidding aside, Tucker Kraft,
not Carlson,
is not going to be out there. He's going to play as much as Tucker Carlson. So what are you going to do? He's the one guy. He's the one guy that you knew what you were getting from him, right? Like, he was the guy that you could say, okay, when in doubt, get the ball to 85. No one No one, not even my guy Bo Melton, qualifies for that now.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. That's why he's bewildered. Is to, what do I do now? They have a lot of good stuff, but what do I have that's great, that's reliable? It's, I kind of I tried to distinguish that a couple years ago when they signed Jordan Love, the big contract. And it's like, they went from, we believe he's the guy, and then you pay him $54 million. You're like, okay, I trust that this is the guy. And I think there's a difference in, like, we believe this guy can do it, to I trust this guy can do it. We have a lot of guys right now. We believe they can probably do it. You're right. Tucker Kraft, you trusted that he would get that done. He'd get himself open, or if he was a yard short, he'd run over somebody. He'd figure out a way to do that. And I think that's the situation they're in right now. It's just this we got a whole bunch of stuff we think is really good, but I don't know what I trust to be good. And they're going to need to, because even at 2-8 or whatever the Giants are, they've shown before that they'll take down the Packers. Now, it helps they don't have Saquon Barkley anymore, which is really kind of what undid the Packers in all those games. But there's no – beforehand you could go down and you'd go like win, yep, win. I don't know that I can go through that schedule right now and go, this is a win or this is a loss.
Yeah. Everything's a coin flip, which is
there's no yes or no about this. It's all very much in the middle of what it could be.
You're absolutely right about that. Hey, there is a game going on in the NFL. It's in Madrid is where this game is happening. It's the Commanders and the Dolphins into the fourth quarter, tied at 13 in that one. Kind of a gross game, but
Commanders. We're sending our best stuff overseas right now for people. Here's our best stuff. If you want to really
close, but it is gross.
Game, here's what you get.
Yeah, you're totally right about that. We will wrap up the Jason Wilde Hour coming up next, but first got to tell you about our friends over the border in Menominee, Michigan. That is Higher Love Cannabis Company, less than an hour from Green Bay. Award-winning, locally owned, organically grown, the best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD. That's findhigherlove.com/CBD for more information on Higher Love Cannabis Company, just over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Jason Wilde's final thoughts on what a beautiful game this is. Jameis Winston and the Giants, Jordan Love and the Packers coming up next. It's Green Bay Game Day presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Day will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
You want in on the autumn action at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee? Of course you do. With $300,000 in prizes, who wouldn't? November 1st through the 20th, play with your rewards card for entries. Thursdays, pick your win from a prize board. At the end of the night, all leftover prizes go to one winner in a jackpot drawing. Autumn action. It's going down at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Homer here for Window Nation's end-of-the-year sale. This November, you'll save big with 50% off all window styles, plus you could get 0% financing for 5 years. Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good, you'll actually save money on lower utility bills and come with a lifetime warranty. Window Nation even has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Don't miss out on 50% off and 0 interest for 5 years. Visit windownation.com to get started.
Hey y'all, it's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat. Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
Welcome back to Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Green Bay Game Day is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. I'm Alex Strofe. That is Mr. Worldwide Gabe Knight. So he is the Professor John Anderson. And he is the 3-time Wisconsin sports writer there, Jason Wilde. And I don't know which cat that is. Is that Luna?
This is Theodore.
How many cats do you have again, Jason?
No comment.
Good answer.
I didn't know there was a legal limit. I didn't know there was a limit.
I learned that as well. I learned that.
Yeah, I'm going to stop talking about that. I'm gonna stop talking about that. I can tell you we have more cats than the Packers have ties.
Okay.
And maybe more than they have wins.
What is the child to cat ratio?
It's a great question. There are appreciably. By the way, I would have been happy to have more children too. That didn't work out as I'd hoped, but we definitely have more cats as a result. Let's just put it that way.
How many dogs do you have?
Two. Stella and Sadie. Yep.
Okay. More cats than that.
Does it cost more to feed your pets or feed your children?
It's a great question, Gabe.
Okay.
Great question. I think we buy in bulk from Chewy, which we really need as a partner. So please let the MCs know I'd be interested in an endorsement.
Sure.
But yes, it's probably about the same. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about the same. That's good. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Fascinating. All right, Jason. Packers-Giants coming up. It's Jameis Winston who will get to go for New York, which is, I think we're all kind of fascinated by, because he is like the epitome of, he could go off, but he could also throw 17 interceptions in a game. John earlier alluded to him as the 30 for 30 man. The year he went 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. I think he's the only quarterback in NFL history to do that. I have no idea what to expect from this game. We've kind of treated the first 2 hours of this program like therapy. And similarly to my therapy, it is not going well. So, Jason, just give me where your head's at ahead of Packers-Giants, less than an hour away from kickoff.
Gotta be honest, I'm a little more worried about where your head's at based on that comment. Look, I think this is I don't whatever you want to call it, right? We had the trap game, then we had the measuring stick game. They got trapped in a Panther trap in the trap game, and they certainly did not measure up offensively in the measuring stick game. You liked get back game for this one?
Get right game. Yes.
Get right. Yeah, I think this is going to be, and again, you guys know this. I am not a huge fan of prognostication, but I feel like one of the things we've learned about Matt LaFleur is that when things don't go well, he does burrow in, and they generally respond. I mean, I understand they had Aaron Rodgers for a good chunk of it, but like for the first 3 years of his tenure, he never lost back-to-back games, right? So, I mean, I feel like this is a game that the opportunity is obviously there to go in there and put like a 38-10 whooping on them and silence. And look, I don't think anybody's been unfairly critical here. I think that, especially offensively, has been absolutely deserving of criticism. Now, I do think there are explanations as to why that performance has been what it's been. Trying to figure out the missing Tucker Kraft piece. The offensive line clearly not playing to its level of expectation. And now, I don't know, maybe it's possible, and I hate to say this as an Elton Jenkins devotee, not to the degree that I am a Bo Melton aficionado, but maybe they're going to be better. It's possible, right? Possible, not out of the realm of possibility. But their offensive line has not been good enough. Their run game against light boxes has not been good enough. Their inconsistency trying to figure out what are we going to do against two high safeties in the passing game. Gabe said this, I think, last week. Where are the intermediate routes? It doesn't always have to be check down Charlie and bubble screen and a quick dig route. There's a difference between 50 yards down the field, that's a 50-50 ball to Watson, and something that is thrown 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So I am eager to see if Matt LaFleur answered the bell this week.
Yeah.
I am eager to see if Jordan, who again, 21 days ago, is my math right there, completed 20 passes in a row.
Yeah.
So
franchise record, yeah.
Feel that way because of how bad it's been the last 2 weeks. I refuse to believe that these guys are this bad. But look, both Micah Parsons and Xavier McKinney, and I used it in my 3 Things to Watch on Channel 3000, called this a must-win game. And to me, this is as close as it can be without it being an elimination game. Because 5 out of the last 7, as we talked about in the division, you got to get your you-know-what together here. And today's the day to do it. And then you hopefully, if you're a Packers fan, start to see these guys build momentum.
John, hold that note card up for me one more time. Get right game. As much crap as he gave me for weeks, or in fact years at this point, for using the term get right game, he unprompted wrote that on a note card.
Well, that's because I had no microphone. That was my only plea. I just was like, it's my hostage video.
Hold
just
on
so you know I'm here.
Gabe, what did you say?
He's still making fun of you.
John,
that's what that note card
John, is that true? Is that what's happening here?
That would be mocking, yes. That is done completely.
Well,
that's rude.
Situational awareness is poor.
Me?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, you.
That can't be me.
Yeah.
Jason,
the fact that my mic didn't work and I only scribbled out those 3 words would lend itself to be that perhaps.
Yeah, I was
maybe.
I was mad at John. I haven't told the story on there yet. So I was in Green Bay, obviously, for the Carolina game a couple weeks ago. I was out at an establishment with my brother and some of his friends watching the game. And after McManus missed the kick in the Carolina game, I was like, oh my goodness, they're going to lose this game, which ultimately they obviously did. I texted John right after the McManus missed kick, and I said, John, it can't be a get-right game without a loss. It can't be a get-right game against Philadelphia without a loss to Carolina. He left me unread. He did not respond.
But that's because I'm like, well, yeah, that's what I told you like 2 weeks ago. Like, don't be using my stuff. Right? I get enough crap from Wildy when I
steal material.
I get enough crap from Wildy when I paraphrase my wife's. And by the way, I give her accounting.
And you do that often.
I attribute to her. I do. I make.
But we know who the brains of that operation is.
Not if she married me.
Good point. Good answer. Good answer. Family Feud style. All right. Jason, appreciate the time. We'll be listening to you on Green Bay Game Night in Wildy and Tash tomorrow beginning at 9 a.m. Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys. Enjoy the Get Right game.
Yeah.
Take care. Be good.
Get Right game. And you can get right at Tsunami Express.
Sounds now.
Broad Schooler's friends. You've got it all, but rolling into the tailgate with a clean car, that is the real MVP move. Keep it spotless with the Tsunami Express Car Wash membership, 13 locations. And growing, it's easy to swing through on your way to the action. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat with Tsunami Express. John, Gabe, and I roll on with you. We've got our one calls. We've got our best bet. We've got game predictions and all that and more. Coming up as we wrap up the final hour. Green Bay Game Day continues right after this. ESPN Wisconsin 620 WTMJ.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Homer here with a message about Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. Three Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You got to go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on Three Pillars at threepillars.org.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
When the games begin,
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance. And only one champion will capture the cup. To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back.
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bella Mare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bella Mare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's finally game day.
6, good protection, pass wide open, making the catch and getting into Washington territory. Tucker Kraft pulls his way down to the 20-yard line.
And the countdown to kickoff starts now.
What's the fake? Pass caught, touchdown, Green Bay, Romeo Dobbs.
This is Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Now broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Gabe Neitzel, ESPN legend John Anderson, and former Packer Brian Balaga. Here's Alex Strofe.
(11:14) begins the 11 o'clock hour of Green Bay Game Day. Jason called me Mike McCarthy when he joined the show. In terms of clock management?
Correct, yes.
Not my biggest strength.
If we're being honest, it's a weakness all across ESPN Milwaukee, right? Like, if we're going to self-scout, it's something we all could be better at.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's a Green Bay Game Day, which is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. That's Gabe Neitzel. I'm Alex Strofe. John Anderson with us as well. You know him from Wipeout. You know him from SportsCenter. You know him from Green Bay Southwest. You know him from Babe Ruth Little League. I'm pretty sure he won a title in Green Bay at one point.
Wasn't much of a contributor.
Oh, you weren't?
Late inning defensive replacement at that year, yeah. Late inning defensive replacement.
I thought you were like the star.
Not a stick guy. No. The next year I was really good. The next year I helped lead the ball club, but that year that was more on Greg Hansen and Bruce Butterfield and some guys like that.
It's interesting we don't talk about the year the following year. We talk about the year you won the championship.
We won the division the next year, made it back to the playoffs. We did not repeat.
All right, Packers Giants. I'd rather talk about that. I'm realizing. Packers Giants coming up. John, so it's been kind of an up and down show for us, frankly. And you know me, man. Like as we've gotten to know each other and work with each other more, you've realized how much of a roller coaster of emotions I am.
Yeah.
As a Packers fan, how are you? Bring me in the brain of John Anderson this week because things are not going well. The Packers have lost back-to-back games. The offense can't do anything. Matt LaFleur has been under fire all week. Like, where is your brain at as we get to Packers Giants, which does seem, all jokes aside, like a get-right game? You're playing the worst team in the NFC today. But, as you said a bit earlier, you look at the Packers' schedule, and we cannot definitively go, oh, they're going to win that game. Yeah. Oh, they're going to lose that game. Like, you have no idea. So I'm curious where your brain is at, 45 minutes ahead of Packers-Giants.
I'll ask you this, and I don't mean to avoid the question. I'll get to it. But, what does right look like? You say it's got to be a get-right game. What does right look like for this team?
And that's the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem.
That's the problem, because you talked about this before, John, and I feel like it's something we've been asking and then briefly got the answer to after the Pittsburgh game. What's the identity of this offense? What is the identity of the Green Bay Packers offense? And it looked like the identity was Tucker Kraft, and you're going to be able to make enough plays once you start feeding Tucker Kraft. Maybe that opens up the run game. And then Tucker goes down. Yeah. And now we're back to asking the question, what's the identity of this offense? Because it has been inconsistent, and that's everybody. There ain't one guy other than Tucker Kraft who has been consistent all year long.
So it's kind of like I had a producer one time, and he constantly was flipping his mind, changed his mind. We're going to do this. And I'm like, dude, you are indecisive. He goes, no, I'm flexible. Right? So there's and which one's which?
Perspective. All right.
I like that line.
I think that's where the Packers are right now. Like, okay, like with the Steelers game, okay, I think that's what we'd like them to be. I love Josh Jacobs, but if my quarterback's going to be my best player, I'm down with that. Okay, I can live with that if that's where we're going to go. So if we can get back to that, but you're just like, what is that? And I see this as, I've made some lists coming in and after listening to this. And I'm like, we are literally like the Packers right now are Crash Davis going to the mound with Nuke LaLoosh, and they're dealing with a lot of stuff, right? Do we need candlesticks for the wedding? We got to get the curse off the guy's glove. And, the Packers are like, well, we got to figure out the offensive line, and the kicker's a thing, and the wide receivers are not quite right. And Tucker Kraft is gone, and the offense is on. Malik Heath is not here, and Alex is a veg. And you're like, we're dealing with a lot of stuff here that we're trying to get through. So that's the biggest part, is just like, what does right look like? And so in this case, how about just take the W, and whatever comes out of that is good, let's build on that. And then I hate this part where you're 10 games in, let's fix the other stuff, because I feel like they're still fixing a lot of stuff for being 10 games into the season.
Yeah, because they should be fine-tuning right now, John. It feels like you should be, we're just going to fine-tune. We're still in the, okay, we have to build a base and build up from that base portion. And
you've squandered, especially here's the last chance, you've squandered all these little places where you thought you could get ahead, all these margins that would be helpful, because you gave away the Cleveland game, and you gave away the, I think they did anyway, the Carolina game.
Yeah.
Right? Eagles game, toss up, winnable, you're at home. You'd think that would go your way, but that one, we lost the Super Bowl champs. That's not going to be horrible in ledger, but some of these margins for error in this season are gone because you gave those two games right, and you give this one away, and now you really do. Like, you have nothing. You're going to have to beat the Bears twice. You're going to have to beat the Vikings. You're going to have to beat the Lions again. Otherwise, you're going to get buried, where you might have been able to survive a little of that beforehand. And that's the biggest culprit on a lot of this, is just like, wow, anything that you just thought, we'll put that on the way and we'll be fine. It's not. And maybe it's just because, I guess, right, they're like 7th in the playoffs. So they're right now, they're very comfy in the 7th spot. They operate very well there. Yeah. So yes, it's a get right game, but I would like them just to get a win game and worry about that.
Get a win game.
How it all looks,
John isn't about making it cute. Just get a win game.
Yeah, like I went back and I looked at. I was just trying to make sure. Like, was it DeVito beat us and then Daniel, or was it Daniel
other way?
It was
Daniel Jones in London,
and then that was against Rodgers. Rodgers broke his thumb, and then DeVito
beat
after we thought the Packers were getting everything together because they beat the Lions and Chiefs in back-to-back games.
Yeah. And they went to New York on a Monday night and lost to Tommy DeVito and his agent and his giant jacket.
To borrow from Chris Berman, I know I was there. What? But the point was, go back and looking at that, all I know is you just saw the final score. That's what's listed.
Yeah.
Right? You have to go deep into the Metabase to figure out all that other stuff. And I looked at the standings again today, right? 5-3-1. And all it has is those numbers. It doesn't have anything about how it looked or any of the stuff. So, like, just get it and let's see if it counts it. It'll count, and put it in the left-hand column, and then sort the rest of those things out. But right now, I think they are in a spot, and you talk about where I am in my mind. Usually, just after the first 2 games, I refused to put them in the Super Bowl. I didn't want to panic after the Cleveland game, and I don't really want to hear, because there's like half a season left.
Yeah, there's a lot of ball games left to be played. That is for sure. That is for sure. Green Bay Game Day presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Got to tell you about our friends at Coop's Mustard. I was just telling Gabe in the last commercial break, I think I'm going to make some ham and cheese sliders today, and those will not be complete. I know I do.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's my ADD, man. I'm hooked on it.
This is just an Alex Strofe recording. I'm making ham and cheese sliders.
I'm doing it again today. Yeah. I'm also making a casserole today, but no Coop's Mustard in that. There will be Coop's Mustard. A hot dish, yeah. It's November, John, in Wisconsin. But Coop's Mustard, I use the honey Dijon for my ham and cheese sliders that I practically make every week at this point. I'm hooked on them. And the honey Dijon is so good. It's versatile. It's delicious. But Coop's Mustard has you covered with all sorts of mustards, whether it's their jalapeno, their Arizona heat, the honey Dijon that I love. They've got a really good horseradish mustard, if that's something you want on your sandwiches. Coop's Mustard is the best. They bring the flavor. Coop's Mustard, spreading the love since 1897. Also, something I'm very excited about today is our Lakeland University trivia question. I'm going to ask it now. I'm going to give you the answer on the other side. And I think both of you are going to get it right, but we'll find out together. Trivia brought to you by Lakeland University, Wisconsin's leader in flexible, personalized education, whether you're just starting college, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family. Lakeland lets you earn your degree your way. Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Brett Favre's final game as a Green Bay Packer was in the 2007 season NFC Championship game against these New York Giants. He threw 2 touchdowns in that game. Each of the receivers, or the pass catchers, they shared the same first name. Who were they? 2 touchdown passes, same first name for those receivers in the 2007 NFC Championship game. We will get Gabe and John's answers, and we will play Gruber Law Office's One Call coming up next. You already got it?
Well, I mean, if you want me to give the answer.
No, on the other side.
Okay.
On the other side.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's already got it.
All right.
I knew you would. We will hit our Gruber Law Office's One Call as well. Coming up next, it's Green Bay Game Day presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
More Green Bay Game Day coming up on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This holiday season, spend more time with your loved ones and less time in the kitchen. At Sendix, we offer full traditional holiday dinners or just the sides. All homemade in stores, then packed in reheatable containers. Choose from a wide selection of gourmet appetizers and signature trays too. Spend less time working and more time with family this holiday season. Reserve your meal today at order.sendix.com. From our family to yours, have a happy and healthy holiday. Sendix Food Markets, your trusted local grocer.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Yeah, it's Green Bay Game Day, which is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. I'm Alex Strofe. Game night till John Anderson hanging with you. Chris Larson running the show for us. Pebble is the producer of Green Bay Game Day today. All right, I'm going to go to John first because I imagine Gabe's got it. 2007 NFC Championship game, played in January of 2008. Brett Favre's final game as a Packer. He threw 2 touchdown passes to pass catchers that shared the same first name. Who were they?
Well, first off, all I can ever think about is immediately, right? Isn't that when Tom Coughlin's face was just
the reddest of red?
Yeah, awful.
Right?
Redder than the ESPN logo that's behind Alex right now.
Yes. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, they didn't have 2 guys on their roster named Sterling, or they didn't have 2 guys named Don. But I did think, okay, I remember Donald Driver went for 90. So, okay, I'm like, okay, so I got that. And I'm like, who's the other Donald? And I'm just like, it's killing me. And was it Donald Lee, right? Did they have Donald Lee? Because I don't know. That's a stab.
Donald Lee is the answer.
That is correct. Yeah. Donald Driver, 5 catches, 141 yards and a touchdown. Donald Lee, 3 catches, 35 yards and an 18-yard touchdown. But yes, you're right. Donald had that 90-yard touchdown that you're just referring to there. That was a big, big play in that game. That was a
But yeah, Donald Lee, that's like, okay, like literally if you had just said it and not given me the other Don, I would be here until, the Super Bowl Sunday and still not have the answer.
Yeah. I love it. All right, that's your Lakeland University trivia question. It's time now, though, for our Gruber Law Office's One Call, which, of course, is brought to you by Gruber Law Offices, which has a reputation for winning. Their experienced and powerful team works tirelessly to help people and families seriously injured in accidents by providing the best care and service. There's never a fee until your case is won. Gruber Law Offices has been serving the state and people of Wisconsin for over 35 years. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. And you heard Gabe say, geez, because Washington just missed the game-winning field goal in
kickers, man.
Where are they, Madrid?
They are in Madrid, 56-yarder to win it for Washington. After, on 4th and goal from the 1, after being stuffed on 3rd and goal from the 1, the Dolphins decided to go for it instead of kicking and taking the points.
So we are very much looking like, well, I take that back. The Dolphins could get a big play and then kick a field goal to win the game, but it is 13-13, 10 seconds left. In that one in Madrid, so that very well may go to overtime, but we will keep an eye on that one as Tua Tagovailoa tries to lead a game-winning drive. And he dropped the football. So, no, looking like we will go to overtime in that one.
They dropped the football.
All right, yep, drop the football. All right, time now for our Gruber Law Office's One Call. We each make one prediction of something we think will happen today in the Packers at Giants, which kicks off in about a half an hour. We will start with you, John Anderson, your Gruber Law Office's One Call.
Well, I was going to go with the Gruber Law Offices, just win. I was going to go for win. Does that count and go for after that?
Winning is a part of the reputation over there at Gruber Law Offices, so I think that works. Right. I think that works.
Plus, and I'm a fan of them because but maybe that's just because I've always wanted to have my face on a bus. But still, I'm down there. I think that I don't know. Can I go with the other team? Like I think Jameis Winston is going to throw it to us twice today at least.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the difference. Like I think he's going to have moments where he just lights it up. We're going, God, that guy, he looks every bit like he's right. He has those moments where he's fantastic. And his pregame speech is going to win. There's no question. If they've got the mic on him, right, that's going to be a winner. But then he's going to do what he always does, which is throw 2 to the wrong team. And they're going to lose the game. And that's why the poor guy's been with his 4th or 5th franchise and however long it is. But everybody will still love him after that. You're right. He's just I'm trying to think that in the Inside Wisconsin podcast we did, who was the lineman we had that went and finished up his career in Tampa? And he's like, he described Jameis as he is a across the street kind of teammate, which is if you see him across the street, you will run over there to go see him because that's how much you think of that guy.
Evan Dietrich Smith?
Yes, Evan Dietrich Smith. Yes, who's now coaching down there in Manitowoc or wherever it was.
Yes, he is. He's in Manitowoc. Yes.
Yeah, but he's like he called him an across the street kind of teammate. Like you see him over there, like hang on, I got to go see this guy and run across the street to see him. So they'll play hard for him. And he'll play well in a lot of spots, but he's going to make 2 throws that are going to cost the game, and the Packers will be on the other end of those.
Maybe the most quotable quarterback in NFL history, Jameis Winston.
I mean, I believe he's the only quarterback in NFL history to quote both Eminem and Jesus in the same 2 sentences.
Same answer, yeah.
I think that's like the first and only time that's ever happened.
I don't think you just need to say quarterback game. I think he's the only person to ever do that.
It's just an interesting, way that he brought those 2 together in the course of 2 sentences. My one call, and it's not the first time I've done it this year. I think it's the Matthew Golden game. He's healthy. I think that they have to come up with something. And if the Giants are going to be playing too high, you need somebody to be able to get yards after the catch. You're one guy. The 2 guys on the team that have proven they can do that are both injured. One is actually going to be coming back in Jaden Reed, but I think Matthew Golden is somebody that can do that when given the opportunities, and they're going to give him the opportunities today. He needs to be a part of whatever solution Matt LaFleur comes up with today, and I think Matthew Golden has a big one for the Packers.
Oh, boy. I hope you're right. But again, Gabe, this is, like you've said, this is not the first time you've predicted that. It's overdue, and they're limited on pass catchers. Malik Heath out of this game due to a coach's decision. We will learn more on that, I would imagine, after the game, obviously. Savion Williams was in a walking boot but active, so we'll see how involved he is. But obviously no Jaden Reed, no Tucker Kraft.
I mean, Savion Williams only played 6 snaps last week.
And I would imagine it's more of the same today.
Yeah, he's probably going to be in that ballpark as well. Bo Melton played 26 snaps last week.
Yep.
It looks like Romeo Doubs is fine, despite not being able to finish the game last week with a chest injury, but still something worth keeping an eye on.
We will keep an eye on that. Brian Bulaga's one call. 2 touchdowns for Josh Jacobs as they get the run game going. 2 touchdown game for Josh Jacobs, according to Brian Bulaga. My one call, not 1, not 2, 3 turnovers today for the defense. I feel like I've been this is my version of Matthew Golden, Gabe. Every week I feel like this is going to be the week. They're going to turn them over. They're going to force turnovers. I truthfully believe this is the turning point for that statistic specifically. They got 1 last week against Philadelphia. They need not 1, not 2, but 3 today against Jameis Winston and the Giants. That is my one call. We will take a look at our Island Resort and Casino best bet coming up next as we continue to preview Packers-Giants in about 25 minutes from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Alex Strouf, Gabe Neitzel, John Anderson with you. This is Green Bay Game Day, and it is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin right here on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
We're back with Green Bay Game Day after this on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Game day in Green Bay means friends, food, football, and fun. But first, make sure your ride looks the part. Whether you're rolling up to the tailgate, headed to the watch party, or just cruising around town, a clean car sets the tone for victory. At Tsunami Express Car Wash, you'll get a fast, premium shine every time. Plus free vacuums and detailing tools keep things looking spotless inside and out. With 13 locations and growing across Wisconsin, it's easy to swing through your way to the action. Kick off game day the right way. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, and you're invited.
At defensive end from Texas, rookie edge rusher number 99.
Green Bay Packers select Baron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield.
Go, play, go. That's all I can say. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Meet Green Bay Packer defensive end Baron Sorrell.
Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
During this exclusive 2-hour event, you'll meet Baron Sorrell live in person, just days before the Pack Sunday game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Color action photos of Baron Sorrell will be provided, and bring your own item for him to sign free of charge.
Tackled for a loss by Baron Sorrell.
Don't miss your chance to meet Green Bay Packer defensive end
number 99, Baron Sorrell.
Exclusively at Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street, just off Beloit Road. Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Packers get the win.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Homer here for Window Nation's end of the year sale. This November, you'll save big with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0% financing for 5 years. Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good, you'll actually save money on lower utility bills and come with a lifetime warranty. Window Nation even has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Don't miss out on 50% off and 0 interest for 5 years. Visit windownation.com to get started.
This is Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
It is Green Bay Game Day, and it is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. I'm Alex Strofe. That's Gabe Neitzel. That is John Anderson. Chris Larson is running the show. As we lead you up to kickoff, it is Packers-Giants here at noon. Talking about it in the break, we get Drew Brees on the broadcast today. I've never heard him call a game, so I'm, as the broadcast nerd in me, particularly intrigued to hear from Drew Brees, who's obviously an all-time great. So there you go. There's my side tangent of the day that meant nothing.
Thanks for clarifying that it meant nothing. I would have probably not gotten that one on my own.
Well, that was rude.
Come on. How long have we done this show? That's my whole MO.
Yeah, you're right. Make fun of Strofe. That is your job title. You are the make fun of Strofe guy at ESPN Wisconsin. That is John Anderson's title. It's time now to take a look at our best bet, which is presented by our friends at Island Resort and Casino. Island Resort and Casino, a premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee, with everything you like to do in one awesome location. Visit their website, islandresortandcasino.com. That's islandresortandcasino.com to book your total experience today. This is a game I've struggled with. And, Gabe, I like your thought on Matthew Golden.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was about to say that there's a however coming
There's
here.
a but. The books don't know what to do with him. He's off right now. Like at most books, they don't even have him in there. But I saw it yesterday when I looked at this when I was preparing for the segment, and I didn't get in the action, so I can't even use it. But I think it was 27.5. I loved that line. But it's gone now. It's not even there anymore. The one I really do like, though, is Luke Musgrave is also 27.5.
Okay.
I think they're going to just try to force him into the game plan in terms of the passing game today. 27.5 is my best bet. Over 27.5 yards for Luke Musgrave, minus 110 at most books. As the Dolphins walk off the Commanders in Madrid in overtime. 16-13, a game-winning field goal for Miami. So they have won 2 in a row. All of a sudden, Miami has turned it around. They're 4-7 now. Washington now 3-8. Maybe the biggest disappointment of the NFL season as they lose in Madrid on a walk-off field goal. But Luke Musgrave, 27.5, my best bet for today. That, again, presented by our friends at the Island Resort and Casino. We will take a quick break. When we come back, we will give our final thoughts and analysis ahead of Packers-Giants. What a barn burner this will be on Green Bay game day. Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel, John Anderson with you. Quickly got to tell you about our friends at the V Private Bar Services. They are amazing. At our Tundra Trio tailgate for our home games, they are mixing up all the cocktails. All of our fans and friends are sipping on cocktails from V Private Bar Services. But they do all sorts of events, and you can bring them to your event. The go-to team behind our bar hospitality, make them the go-to team behind your bar hospitality. They bring the flavor, the flair, and the experience that takes game day to the next level. Raise the bar for your next event. Book V Private Bar Services today. Final thoughts and analysis out of Packers-Giants coming up next as we wrap up Green Bay Game Day presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Day will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th,
which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination,
the Tundra Trio.
3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com.
Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper.
Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have, or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
Welcome back to Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
All right, wrapping up Green Bay Game Day, which is presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel, John Anderson with you. It's Packers-Giants coming up at noon. Packers 5-3-1, the Giants 2-8, and now we'll be without their top corner. Paulson Adebo had discomfort in his knee during warmups and was just ruled out moments ago. That according to Jordan Ronan of ESPN. Interesting, which only furthers the narrative that I feel, which is this is a get-right game for the offense. But seriously, all jokes aside with the get-right game thing, this is a game where if it's going to happen, it has to happen this season, right? In terms of the offense has been just putrid the last 2 weeks against Carolina and Philadelphia. You're going to New York. They don't have a good run defense. They're now without their top corner. You need to scheme something up that scores you some points today. I would love to see at least 3 touchdowns, if not more, today from Green Bay. And obviously a victory because I believe John called it a just-win game. Just win.
And look, I know it's not what a lot of fans want. They want, some people have been saying, you got to give Jordan Love the ball more. But you do have to run the football effectively today. Brian Bulaga said it earlier. Running the football is still important. And that's how you keep those pass rushers. Because, it's tough for them without their top corner. But if you don't get that run game going and you allow Brian Burns to just pin his ears back and go after the quarterback, he's got 11 sacks already this year. And your offensive line's had problems blocking. So you need to be able to run the ball to kind of keep that defensive line a little off balance to give yourself a chance in that passing game. Because that front four that they have can easily make up for their top cornerback being out if you can't run the ball efficiently.
John, what do you think happens today out in New Jersey?
I think right now with this team, everything is a struggle. So I think for it to expect for them to go out and this is all remarkably well and they corrected it all in a week and it looks great, seems like a big ask, especially when the guy who's going to touch the ball every time and snap it is sort of, trying to get accustomed to that. And he's got to make all the calls and all the other things that are out there. So that's even more where it's like, if ever there was, you only got to win by 1, go home, be happy. This is that kind of a thing when you're in that spot. So that's where I land on this thing. I think they win because oftentimes NFL games, like who's just more desperate, right? The want to is so much of it. And hopefully they come with that sort of urgency because if they don't, then they're going to be right back in this thing again. It's like watching them drive down. The Eagles take a 10-0 lead, and they're like, wow, this is desperate. Boom, 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 right down the field. All of a sudden, it's like if they could play with that kind of desperation, that kind of urgency the entire game, I think then that would bode well for them to get the victory. So I think they win. I think it's not going to be this gorgeous kind of everything's all of a sudden fantastic. But that would be good enough. I don't know that we have to put any huge expectation on them. Then let's see if they can just win a football game. Then we'll worry about winning it in some sort of elegant and artistic manner.
Andrew chimes in on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. He says, my confidence is a 5 out of 10, and that's only because New York is amazing at finding ways to lose. Well, that's why Brian Dable got fired.
They find ways to beat this team the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. 2 of the last 3, I think, because they didn't play last year. But you're right regardless. Love's first year against DeVito, and then Rodgers' final year in Green Bay. Overseas, across the pond, in the game he broke his thumb. So we'll see. But the Giants are very bad this year.
Well, and they're incredibly beat up. I mean, their top three weapons that they're excited about in terms of their future are all on the sideline.
Yeah, Jackson Dart, Cam
Scatterbo, and then Malik Neighbors, who tore his ACL earlier this year. So their pass-catching options aren't fantastic, so that you kind of like for our cornerbacks. I don't know how a lot of people feel about Tyrone Tracy Jr. Look, this Packers defense has been good enough, right? They've been really good. So I don't think the Giants are going to be out there scoring a ton of points. If you get to 17 points, which they've been unable to do the last couple of weeks, but if you get to 17, you should be able to win this game. I don't see, even if Jameis plays well, I don't see this as a team that's talented enough to go out there and put up 24 points. And the Packers are going to have to win 28-24 in a mini shootout. The defense has been good enough. So now the offense has to start seeing if they can put together some answers, just to find a couple of different things that are, hey, this is what we're going to base our offense on going forward. We have this baseline. Now we can start stacking these with those really tough division games coming up. And it is all about the offense today. And what can they do to start trying to start to find what their identity is and will be for the remainder of the season?
The Packers are 7-point favorites in this game, and that feels right. Should win by a touchdown. But John, you've said it a million times today. I just have no idea what to expect from this team. I expect a good defense, but offensively, I just don't know what this team is and what they're capable of. And they've been in quite a rut the last 2 weeks. Hopefully, this is the game they're able to find their way out of that. But I think the Packers win. It seems like the opportunity to play a complete game and score 30 or 31 points and win big, but I'm not expecting that necessarily because I just don't know what to expect, John.
I don't either. Listen, the Sharps know what they're talking about all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in this random picks league with all my old ESPN buddies, and the game, which was Thursday, and the spread is 12.5. Who was at the game? And it was, and I'm like, 12.5, that's a lot of points. I'm going to take the points. I'll just take them. And of course, they won by 13, and I'm on the wrong side because these people know what they are doing. They're skilled at their job. I don't know that they're exactly actuary scientists, but they're really good at crunching numbers when it comes down to it. So, I'd be happy if the Packers could get to 24. I think that would be their magic number today. And the defense, which has been so good, at some point they're going to give up 7 because the offense is going to do something dumb and they're going to have a short field or do something. Right? I think the Packers pretty much, and they've gotten under that. But I look at them every week and think, okay, there's going to be 21 points in that defense. At one point, the offense is going to find the rhythm for the other team, and they're going to score from 75 yards. Then there's going to be one where they just hit some goofy big play, and that's going to be a second touchdown. And then the offense is going to put them in a bad spot. Yep. So if they can get out of their 24-21 today, I would take that and then feel like we won't have to do a whole lot of copay or deductible for your therapy next week.
We sure hope not. This has been Green Bay Game Day. Remember to tune in to Green Bay Game Night immediately following the final whistle. Thanks to everybody involved. Chris Larson running the show. Green Bay Game Night coming up right after the game.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into nonstop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar.